is up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite Wednesday night wrestling podcast with your host, Chuck Winchester, with your host, Josh D. Board, with your RSH heavyweight champion of the world, Yvonne D. Board, and the returning, very, very special guest, the CEO, I don't know his whole titles, the owner of All Elite Wrestling, Tony Kahn. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing real good. We're up for a special night tonight, Dynamite. If you like hearing people talk, we got a lot of people talking tonight. We got MJF, we got Mox, we got Britt, we got Samoa Joe, we got Saraya. We're gonna hear from all of them. We got a fantastic main event between Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson taking on Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. So we're up for a really good show tonight, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Hell yeah, we always know that there's always a special announcement. So can you tell us an hour before the show starts, what is that special announcement?
I cannot answer that question, but you can be sure we will have a great go-home show for tonight. We have Full Gear this weekend and Dynamite. It will be stupendous.
Hell yeah. I didn't even know there was a pay-per-view on this weekend. Holy shit.
I didn't either.
We got our great pay-per-view coming up this weekend.
I didn't either, and I watch it.
She fucking watches it.
And I watch it. I didn't even know that.
Well, hell yeah. So how many interim champions are we expecting to take over this Saturday night at Full Gear?
More.
God damn it.
Oh yeah.
We're sorry, Mr. Kahn. We had this planned out.
We did.
But Chuck jumped the gun.
I've been drinking.
He did.
I mean, he doesn't drink as sophisticated as you do, but we're trying to be better.
Mine's liquid, not powder.
There's a big difference.
Look, Sai.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, Si?
Sai is an avid AEW fan.
Hell yeah. He's actually going to be on my
Thanks
wife's
for
podcast.
tuning into the show tonight, Simon.
He's the owner of SJP Wrestling, where this show can be found, along with many other great wrestling shows.
All right. So, Mr. Kahn, we'll stick with questions you can't answer. We'll get those out of the way first. So, you have an update on CM Punk. I saw him on TV the other day.
Yes, he was on TV the other day. He was doing commentary for MMA, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's all I can say on that at this point in time.
What about these rumors that you and CM Punk will be going one-on-one in an octagon soon?
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
I will knock him out just like the previous two people that got knocked down with him.
I mean, let's be honest. Khan on cocaine has a good shot against CM Punk.
Right.
Sai says, I'm already in bed, Mr. Kahn, so I won't be watching, I'm afraid. Uh-oh. You don't want to make Mr. Kahn angry.
He'll come at you. You won't like him when he's angry.
You don't.
Canceled.
Yeah, Sai got canceled like Kanye. All right.
Oh,
He
shit.
did. He did.
Let's go from one unhappy AEW former star to another. Is Thunder Rosa still crying in the bathroom to this day, Mr. Kahn? We haven't seen her for a while.
I haven't.
We have not been back to that venue in a very long time. I hope she's escaped by now, but it's very possible.
I mean, I thought she might just be jumping from bathroom to bathroom. You know, like she might.
I have not heard from her since that night.
Oh, fair
She
enough.
must like bathrooms.
Mr. Kahn, for some reason, I feel like that's how you women are with you all the time, but that's neither here or there.
That's a personal
You
issue.
would be correct in this assessment.
They get locked in the bathroom and never heard from again. Shit.
No, it's like Mr. Khan's house. Anyway,
Oh, God.
so going back to that, interim champions. You said you need more. How many do you currently have?
Oh, God. You're running out of
A
hands.
lot.
Do you need some extra hands?
Some
I got
extra
one
hands.
here.
Wait, here's two more hands for you.
We have no interim champions right now.
Is that for real?
They're all champions.
In their heart?
God, we hope so.
In all seriousness, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In their heart and in our hearts. We accept them as the champions that they are. They're our champions. No interims. We got rid of that word a while ago, and we no longer accept that terminology in our promotion.
Oh, so you're creating like a list like Vince had, like words you're not allowed to say, like cocaine, happiness, good ratings, or good wrestling?
I do not know what you mean.
Name's wrestling. So are they all?
Stop drinking your fucking water.
You mentioned that they're all champions. Are they all world champions?
Yes. The best champions in the world.
Yes.
You will find no better champions in the world than the world champions that we have in AEW. All 15 of them.
Well, I gotta ask.
All
WWE
15 of them.
Jeez.
WWE does have a universal title, I think, right?
Yep.
I know it was called like the Undisputed right now.
Undisputed,
But
yep.
Undisputed Universal title.
so do you have a champion or an interim champion that is bigger or better than the universe?
The AEW World Heavyweight Champion would be better than the Universe because it just is. It just is. If you watch our programming and you watch their programming, you will see that ours is significantly better and our champions are significantly better. And everything that we hold is far more prestigious than anything you will see on the other programming.
That's fair. It is gold.
It is, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right.
Look at the Universal title and look at our title. You tell me which one looks better.
Which one's
Oh, is
red?
it true that Cy is an interim champion at the moment?
Not if he's not tuning in to Dynamite tonight.
Cy, you're getting stripped.
Hashtag stripped. There's
You're done,
There's a new
Simon.
interim champion from the
You
UK.
just got stripped, and it's not you, son.
All
It's
right.
gonna be Mags.
So, man,
What we got?
with all the botches and injuries in your 3 years of AEW, do you think it's time to get a training or a performance center?
We have two training centers, AEW Dark, which you will find on Monday nights, and then we have AEW Elevation, which is on Tuesday nights. You graduate from Dark, you go to Elevation. Once you graduate from Elevation, you make it to Rampage. And when you make it to Rampage, we'll bring you to Dynamite. So it's like a 5-year plan.
Ah, I see.
Makes sense.
Makes
Is
sense.
elevation a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
either.
Yes, we have a lot of talent that is elevating themselves on AEW Elevation on YouTube on Tuesday nights.
Is it true?
But
you're
the name works.
Is it true you're contemplating a women's show, an all women's show?
I cannot talk about that. I cannot
No.
answer that. There's
You
nothing to
can-
talk about. I can't answer that.
All that I need to tell you is you need to hire a lot more doctors.
Well, there's a show on the Netflix called Glow that I really like. Just show that on Dynamite and be done with it.
I would do that.
I like the one chick. I forget her name, but she was really good. The main one. He tried to be Russian. Have you watched Glow?
No.
Oh, it's a good show.
No.
I recommend
Phenomenal show. Phenomenal.
it. Oh yeah, AJ Styles would recommend too.
I'm sure he was.
Okay. I'm up for work in a few hours. Need to get my head down. Have a great show. You all speak soon. Well, Mr. Kahn, you're doing what you've done for the last 3 years, losing viewers.
Losing. My size tuned out.
All right. So there was reports that you were willing to let WWE use Daddy Ass, I think's his name now,
Ugh.
And,
Jeez,
It's
that makes-
embarrassing.
that's
to go
embarrassing.
to WWE for Monday Night Raw for the DX reunion, but they decided against it because you wanted them to promote Dynamite. So we'll throw this at you. The 10-year anniversary of the Shield is actually Survivor Series.
Oh shit.
Would you ever consider letting Dean Ambrose, yes, that's his real name, go back to WWE for the 10-year anniversary?
I don't know who Dean Ambrose is.
All right, John Moxley, the guy who walks out to that terrible, terrible fucking theme song you paid way too much money for.
He's very much like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He is.
Yes, he's very Stone Cold-esque. You heard it from our good old JR right out of his mouth, so you know it's legit. You know it's true. And no, I will not. WWE has not been nice to me. I've been as fair as I possibly can during my entirety in AEW, and they have not been nice. They have not been fair. And until they start treating me with the respect that I rightfully deserve, I will not be playing ball with WWE.
Question.
Okay.
Couldn't you just call your dad and have them deal with it?
I cannot answer that question.
Fair enough.
We tried.
All right. I had a question. Yvonne, you got anything? The women's division, come on. It's
Yeah, that women's roster is hard to talk about. What are you gonna do with it?
Even the women's-
fix it. Yeah, it's sad.
Our women's division is getting better and better as the weeks go. As you saw last week, Soraya has now been cleared. She will be there.
Yep.
She will
That
be
is
taking on Britt Baker this weekend at Full Gear. If you haven't bought the pay-per-view, make sure you buy that as soon as possible, please. I'm begging you. Thank you very much. And you get to see Soraya and Britt Baker. We have two other women's matches on that show as well. So the women's division is getting bigger and better by the week.
It's getting better.
Well,
It's
go
all
ahead and tell
matters.
us more
Yeah.
about Full Gear since we didn't even know it was happening.
We didn't
until-
even know. Nope.
What else on that card should we be looking for?
So we have in the main event your favorite wrestler from our AEW, MJF. He will be taking on the 2022 Wrestler of the Year, John Moxley, in the main event for the AEW World Champion, the most prestigious championship in all of professional wrestling. We will also have Jamie Hayter taking on Tony Storm in an AEW, not an interim, Women's World Title Championship match in which Jamie Hayter, a nice up-and-comer, will be our homegrown talents, Tony Storm. We have a rematch.
Homegrown talent.
We have a rematch for the tag team titles. That's right, another one. This third match between Corey and the Acclaim.
Another one.
The AEW TBS title versus AEW TBS title match where we have Nyla Rose taking on Jade Cargill. Who's the champion? We don't know, but we will find out this Saturday at AEW Full Gear. A fatal four-way for the Ring of Honor world title. Another world title in my program. Does WWE have as many world championships as we do? No, they do not. Point proven.
You do have more promotions. Like you have champions for promotion that don't exist. You have many more of those in WWE. I will give you credit for that.
They exist on our shows. Sammy Guevara, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson, and Chris Jericho will be getting a four-way for that Ring of Honor world title. And then our AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament Finals, in which you will see, I don't know yet. We'll find out because we have matches tonight and we have matches on Rampage. A lot of contenders: Ethan Page, Bandito, Lance Archer, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, all still left in this tournament. So it's going to be a great, as Jim Ross would say, slobber knocker of a match.
Yep.
In which the winner will take on the winner of the AEW main event world title match between Moxley and MJF at our Winter is Coming. And as I said, Saraya and Britt Baker, as well as Sting and Darby Allin teaming up to take on JEFF, JARRE.
Jeff Jarrett already up at AEW.
Jarrett and Jay Lethal in a fantastic tag team match that you will not want to miss. All that plus more, in which we will announce tonight on Dynamite, so you do not want to miss for this fantastic 6-hour-long pay-per-view this week on Saturday night.
Wow.
Full Gear.
Is wrestling on Saturday night?
He's fighting Sting and Darby Allin.
I forgot to tell you guys.
He was
Jeff
just
Jarrett
at
was-
fucking what pay-per-view? SummerSlam?
Yeah, he was.
I
He
thought it was gonna be
hosted-
like background.
Yeah, he was in a match.
Also, AEW's having a show called Winter is Coming.
They do it every year after
Every
Winter's
year.
Park.
It's our yearly winter event. It's always a big success. Great card every year. You don't want to miss it.
They know that Game of Thrones fucking sucks, right? I'm just saying. All right, I didn't know that. Anyway,
I cannot respond to that.
fair enough. Fair enough.
That's a sponsor, damn it. They're trying to go to HBO Max.
Yeah, I hear the prequel is better, but I'm not watching it. So
Forget
what are you
that.
gonna do?
All right. So, Mr. Khan.
Is he called Double J as well?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
He's using his 1990s WWF gimmick in AEW.
I met him at
2022.
the town mall in Middletown
In
when I was like
1998.
7 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's
Good old
great.
Double J. He had Deborah back in the
Deborah
day.
and Owen was with him.
Yeah. No, that's sad because Owen dies like right after that. doesn't he?
Tony Khan, Mr. Khan, you have to explain to me how you stole Owen Hart's legacy from WWE and did a tournament on AEW
Yeah.
and even brought on his wife.
Yeah.
The
Can I ask
audacity.
that question.
Because his wife hates WWE, so
Yeah.
that's why.
Martha is a wonderful lady, and me and her have become close friends over the past year, and we did a great justice in honoring the great late memory of Owen Hart by having 2 tournaments, not 1, 2 tournaments. That's 2 more. That's 2 more than WWE did ever for Owen Hart, and we did it on our show.
All
And
right.
Trivia. Do you guys remember who won?
I don't.
Colin
Britt,
Baker.
Britt.
What happened to Adam Cole? Is he so short? You
Yeah,
guys like
really.
left him somewhere?
He's injured.
Yeah, he's
I cannot answer that question.
See, he don't know where Adam Cole is. He don't keep track of his people.
He's
No,
injured.
he don't. He's injured.
I saw it on Facebook today.
All right, with Mia Yim signing with WWE just after being on AEW, correct? She was on AEW.
She was,
No.
yep, she was.
Yeah, she wasn't.
No.
Tony
We never
Khan.
had Mia Yim on our show, and we were never interested in her.
No?
Well,
No,
all right,
guess
do you have
not.
any fear that she
No, I
might
guess
steal her
not.
husband back to WWE as soon as he possibly can because he's sick of getting scissored every week?
Oh, I thought she was.
Keith Lee is in our plans for the next 10 years. He will be a staple of this company. He is another one of our great homegrown talents that I look forward to becoming an AEW World Champion one day.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, hard to argue.
Well, you're selling us pretty hard.
You are.
So can you confirm or deny MJF went on a podcast 2 days ago? Maybe yesterday, I don't know. And he said he indeed has
did what?
not. He has not. And he said he don't have to clear it with shit. He's already been through that. He said he has not re-signed with you guys. You guys just paid him a boatload of money to come back. Can you confirm or deny this?
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
So the what is it? The fucking great chase for 2024, what the fuck he calls it. So that's still a thing?
No, we will win this.
Okay.
MJF will be with us for life.
Fair enough.
I like
Yeah.
it. Quick question: have you guys thought about making the Jaguars win the Super Bowl so you guys could get more money for AEW? It's a business strategy I've been thinking about.
No, I think the strategy we've been implementing for the past 10 years is working great. And I think that Super Bowl that you're asking of should be coming around in the next century.
No, cool. That's coming up. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Respect. Hey, the Bengals went there last year. The Jaguars would go there next year. You never fucking know.
All right. Yvonne?
You answered my women's question.
Well, Mr. Kahn, just to remind you, we're huge fans of yours.
Huge fan.
Check out some of our Photoshop stuff we did for you. So we've been promoting your video game, AEW, All Elite Wrestling Backstage Assault. Is there anything you want to tell the fans about the game?
It will be the best wrestling game you've ever played, and it will be the first wrestling game that you will be able to get on Game Pass for the Xbox. There's never been a wrestling game ever before on Microsoft Game Pass. We will be the first. You will enjoy it. Check it out.
All right.
That said PS1 though. So
Yeah.
you're doing PlayStation and Xbox. I like it. Getting both in.
He is, yep.
Multi-platform.
So were you and WWE on good terms when they let you and Claudio do a Make-A-Wish?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. Does your huge pile of cocaine that we talk about every week ever go down, like get smaller?
Every week.
All right.
Just get more imported, right?
Yep, you do.
From Brasilia.
Do you still think your next week on Dynamite promo is the promo of the century? For you guys watch
Not century, but maybe decade.
Oh, okay.
Maybe decade.
Fair enough.
For you guys without video, it's just a picture of Tony Kahn from that fucking
9 days. 9 days. In 9 days.
Yeah,
9 days, Kenny Omega. 9 days.
What happened in 9 days?
That's what he said. 9 days at Dynamite. 9 days. That was his promo. He's like 9 days. 9 days.
9 days.
But what
I
happened
made
in-
Kenny Omega wrestle Joey
9
Janela
days.
at 9 days.
He got
I
out
did that.
screaming, like, in 9 days.
I put on my big boy pants and I made Kenny Omega do something. I was the boss and I made him do that.
All right.
Uh-oh.
You made him wrestle on his wrestling contract? All right. That is some balls.
Yes,
I like
absolutely.
Good job, Kenny.
it. Did he win that match after those 9 days?
Yes, he did.
He did? Nice. Was that when the ring blew up with sparklers? was
I
that
cannot answer that question.
Mr. Kahn, are you feeling oozy?
I do not know what that means.
All right. Well,
Uh-oh.
why is the
Why
acclaim?
are they on there? That's not real. That is a Photoshop.
Oh, he's not
It looks pretty real to me. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, why is
Red
Santa?
us, yep.
I mean, it looks like Scissor Me Daddy Oos. What show was this on?
That show never existed. I will say that I'm still trying to get my dad to scissor me as well. I look forward to that moment. It will be a great achievement in my life. I know he's going to enjoy it as well.
That's on AEW After Dark.
After dark.
That's all he needs. One more fucking hour of AEW TV. All right, Mr. Kahn, just for shits and giggles, this is my favorite Oosie meme.
I don't get it.
Well, you do strike me as a DC guy, but
Hey,
Yes,
easy.
you can check out Justice League before Dynamite and Rampage sometimes. It's a great lead into our shows.
What?
I'm sure it is.
Like the cartoon? I don't know.
All right,
Oh,
we got more. So before we let you go, we know you have Dynamite in 1 hour, and we got to get Jimmy Bebe on here to talk about the real wrestling company in the world. But we'll give you a shot. What is going on tonight on Dynamite? You kind of went over it already, but one more time our fans are very, very stupid, just like yours. So you should know.
We have the smartest fans in the world. I did a poll and a test on this, and we had investigators, and we found out that our fans are the smartest wrestling fans in the world.
Did you ever figure out who was buying those bots on Twitter to talk shit about AEW?
I cannot answer that question.
Okay,
It was
That's still
Shingo.
under investigation.
He has 3 initials, and they're all the same.
Oh, Triple H.
Oh.
I did not say that.
You did not.
Well,
say it.
it's either Triple H or the MMM, the maximum male model. So
Yeah,
A group. It could be a stable issue.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be.
Mace. And who's the other guy?
Mansoor,
Mansoor and Mace.
Mansoor.
Mansoor and Mace. No wonder you-
Mace and Mansoor.
Which one invaded our show that one night?
Mace.
Mace. That was cool.
Yep,
Mace has invaded RSH.
he did.
We didn't ask him to be on. He literally just started commenting on our shit.
He did, yeah.
I was like, all right.
Oh, Mr. Kahn, what did you think of the golf cart spot at Crown Jewel?
I did not watch Crown Jewel.
Okay, well, they did a golf cart spot very similar to Guevara's, except they did not run and jump into the golf cart like he did.
And neither one of them got hit with it.
So people are stealing our ideas. I'm
Yes.
not surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
that makes sense. There are women too. Women do that. They're a bunch of thieves.
All right, but what's your main event tonight?
We have Claudio Castagnoli teaming up with Bryan Danielson as part of the Blackpool Combat Club, taking on the Jericho Appreciation Society members of Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, and which should be a stupendous main event for us, which will draw big numbers for us.
Yeah, dude, that mouthful you just said is totally marketable and confuses nobody ever. That's great. I love it.
Yes.
Is MJF on the show tonight?
He will be talking along with John Moxley, along with Samoa Joe, along with Britt Baker, and along with Saraya.
Oh, so you
And
got
maybe
5
some more
promos.
people. Just got to tune in to find out who.
So is the tag match the only match that's actually going to involve wrestling tonight?
No, we also have. I don't know.
We'll find out tonight after the big announcement.
You will
like
find out. You need to tune in to find out. You will not regret tuning in. We have a lot of great action tonight, and you won't want to miss it. We have Toni Storm defending her title against. It was supposed to be the Bunny. The Bunny is sick. We had to take her out, and we have Anna Jay stepping in to fill her position, and that should be another great match for our women's division, which again continues to prove every single week. And when you tune in tonight, you will see that firsthand.
Good.
Quick question: what the fuck is the Bunny?
It's her.
It's a girl.
It's a girl. That's her name.
Oh, that's not okay.
That's
Yeah.
her name.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
I was picturing like
That's
a
her
She's
name.
Bunny. She is one of our homegrown talents, and if you tune into WWE, you will see they tried to steal that gimmick with their White Rabbit. That was the funny thing first, and that's just one more thing that WWE has tried to steal from us.
All right. I mean, I believe that. I mean, her
Yeah.
name is the Rabbit.
The bunny.
Oh, the Bunny. Her name is the Bunny.
She is. Yep.
Like the Rock, but it's a rabbit rather than a rock. All right, I get it.
She is a ratings draw for us, and if you go back to the time the Friday Night Wars in which we won, we beat SmackDown head to head. It was the Bunny that was on our channel on Rampage, in which she went head to head against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and she won the ratings war.
All right. Was it the demo or the full ratings?
I cannot answer that question.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I just didn't know that there was a wrestler in AEW named the Bunny.
That's her
That's-
name.
It
Yep,
threw
it's
me
the
off a
Bunny.
little bit.
Yep,
I was
the Bunny.
picturing like like on Easter time when WWE does like weird shit with like people dressed up like a rabbit. That's what I was picturing. So I'm like, do we have like a lady in a rabbit costume?
WWE does do some weird things like that. And play
All right.
Do you have?
Now I know.
Do you have any regret not paying Bray Wyatt what he asked to come to AEW?
we
now
had
that
no interest in Bray Wyatt.
You had no interest in Bray
No.
No
Wyatt.
interest. We never even talked to Bray Wyatt. Not even that one time.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah.
Is there anybody on the market right now you are interested in?
All of them.
Does
Every
it hurt?
single one of them.
What is your thoughts on the report that Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green are both returning to WWE?
I have no interest in them.
Okay.
But do you
No
have interest in Zack Ryder?
Zack Ryder is a potential person we would like to bring to our roster.
I get it.
Okay.
I
Makes
get
sense.
It does.
I like his YouTube channel.
Yeah, so it looks like you got a really busy week, Mr. Kahn. You got about an hour till showtime. We appreciate your time. We will talk to
Absolutely.
you next month. Hopefully, Full Gear is an overwhelming success.
It is. Yeah.
It will be a huge success. Please don't forget to buy the pay-per-views.
I mean, you guys are the only wrestling promotion that still puts pay-per-view like events on pay-per-view, but you know,
You're just gonna make like thousands of dollars.
It
Our-
will.
Our product is so good that people are willing to pay those numbers. So
is there
please-
any traction on getting a
Please.
streaming service?
What was that?
Is there any traction towards you guys getting onto a streaming service, kind of like WWE has Peacock?
I cannot answer that.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I know for a fact that Full Gear is going to get hundreds and hundreds of viewers. So I'm excited to see those numbers come out.
Yeah,
Possibly
absolutely.
thousands.
Do you think MJF will? Are you worried that MJF could potentially be walking out AEW champion, considering that he's kind of a loose cannon here the last year? He could pull a CM Punk, which I know you're not allowed to speak his name, but and just run off with the title.
Not at all. We have John Moxley, the 2022 Wrestler of the Year, and there is no way I see him losing to MJF.
Yeah.
But it
Even-
should be a great main event. Please tune in to watch it. Please. I cannot stress this enough. Please buy our pay-per-view and watch it.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cool,
Please.
cool. Well, I'm excited for AEW's Full Gear.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
excited for the main event tonight. Was it, or is it on Saturday?
Saturday
Wow.
main event is MJF versus John Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, the most prestigious championship in all of the world and all of wrestling. And then tonight it is Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson from the Blackpool Combat Club taking on Jericho Appreciation Society, Chris Jericho, and Sammy Guevara.
Gotcha. I just know the last pay-per-view that they had the main event on Wednesday and then again on Saturday. I thought it might be the same thing this time, but I get it. All right.
Yeah, they had Moxley lose, then win.
Like after 4 days,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Yeah.
they did,
So
yeah.
that made sense to me. So I was hoping to see it again, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Cool. So now it is time. But go ahead. You have something to say, Tony?
We don't do rematches.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Makes
Makes
sense.
sense.
that's smart. Yeah.
Well, that was a great. I love me some AEW. I love me some Tony Khan. The dude
Yep.
is like the 4th best wrestling guy to talk to in the entire country.
Absolutely.
When it
And
comes
he is the longest running CEO of a wrestling promotion in the entire world.
Absolutely.
It's
Yep.
true.
Always love your interviews.
It
I know
is true.
I know you can't answer a lot of questions, but the ones that you do answer, they're the best. So thank you so much, Tony Khan. We do have another guest coming up for the WWE, your competitor. It's nothing personal. It's just business. We got to talk about WWE too.
Yeah.
got
They
a
don't
big-
do good business.
All right, Mr. Khan. Well, don't choke on your water. Have a great Dynamite, and yeah, we will see you next month.
Yeah. we'll see
Have
you
a
next
great
month.
Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You as well.
All right.
Buy the pay-per-view, please.
Pretty pleased. All right, guys, it is time for Jimmy Bay from WrestleBuddy.com to
All
join the show to discuss.
We'll get Mr. Khan out of here.
Yeah,
All right.
to discuss
Yep.
WWE.
Yep. That's Mr. Khan. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
guy.
always interesting
Yeah.
to have him on,
Yeah.
but he
interesting.
answered. I could see why that one guy said he was a hard person to interview.
I could
but,
see.
At least we're replacing him. At least we had
Yeah.
Bay to save the show this week.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But I do love our viewers that you guys know who you are.
Right.
Congratulations. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
be smart.
but anyway, we will have Tony Khan on next week. And I love the fact that I tagged him in our episode. Like, got Tony Khan and Jimmy Bay this week.
That's
pretty
And I just can't, I'd love for him to see it. He won't, but it would be amazing.
It would be
That would
funny
be
if you got
awesome.
mad about it. Because you think about it, and in that position, like you look at it like, what the fuck? And, just be confused for a second because he probably is easily confused.
He probably is. He has that confused.
Dude, it's great because you click on it, Tony Khan, bam, right to the right.
That being said, I did learn something tonight that there's actually a wrestler called the Bunny on AEW. And
You
that-
learned something new.
and it
Yeah.
reminds me of Playboy, and it reminds me of Pornhub.
Sometimes she wears bunny ears on her
She's
on her
pretty
head.
hot.
She does.
She's
I
very
mean,
hot.
I'm
I
sure.
forget. She's with the tag team. I forget what they're called. It's
Butcher and Blade.
Butcher and Blade. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put that on Pornhub and see what happens. So,
Chuck learned something new.
This
Is
is
the wrestler?
her.
That's her.
I mean, I guess the name the Bunny is really
No, look at
basic. I know she's hot. I get it.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's good looking. She's
I like
she's
Mr.
doing the
Khan.
Michael Myers
I
head
like,
tilt.
I like the WWE stole.
She sometimes wears
White
bunny
rabbit
ears on her
because of the
hair,
bunny.
and her
That was great.
ears
That
and
was
bunny
really good.
ears
That was really
sometimes. So pigtails. So
That's good shit. But now joining the show, I think there's a glitch because it's still showing Tony Khan, but it is at Jimmy Bay is
Sorry,
here.
Mr. Khan wasn't. He's not very good at computers.
Oh,
No,
So I
he's
had to
not.
change his stuff for him. I'll change it back for you.
I had
Damn.
to kick him out my room. I don't know what the fuck he was doing in here.
I thought, like, what is that? What's he doing in your house? I think it's just like the background graphic that we have
I
up. That's
think
all
so.
it is, you know.
I mean,
We got
do you
squatters
mean?
in Florida. They just hop up in your house all the time. It's wild.
Makes sense. And he
Yeah,
is in
it
Florida
does.
too, so it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah,
I dig it. I dig
All
it.
right.
Welcome to the show, Jimmy Bay. Always a pleasure to have you.
absolutely,
I always
so
love the crown.
absolutely.
Just good shit.
What
All
was
right,
that?
guys. We got a WWE. We got a pretty big week. We got Survivor Series coming
Yeah,
up
dude,
shortly.
this week we can actually talk about SmackDown.
Yeah,
we can.
SmackDown was good. Raw was good.
Yeah.
Austin Theory was totally buried, right? Good shit.
I think me and Bebe were the only two on Twitter Monday night, like tweeting about it, that were actually like, this version of Austin Theory is already better than the other
Absolutely.
one. Like as soon as he
Yeah.
walked to the ring without his phone, I was like, yep,
This
like
is-
it
this is
better.
a new
Then he cuts that
attitude.
great promo.
He
I
did,
thoroughly enjoyed just making fun of all the fucking idiots that were saying.
Right.
His
I like
promo was
that.
something like, it's like Triple H understands, like, let's lay out like, I'd cash in on Roman, but like I get knocked out every fucking time I
Mhm.
try. Then the
Splendid.
bloodline's there, so like
Mhm.
I'm never gonna get there. So it's like fuck it, I'll go after Seth, who's dominated for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
and he's carrying the title that I won, and I'm the youngest champion ever, which he does love the title. I mean, he said it a billion fucking times.
did, yep.
So like, it does make sense why he'd go after it because he can't get to the world title, and then Lashley fucks him there. So like, I didn't think he was buried anyway.
No.
Like buried, like I'm cashing in. Stomp 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's buried. Like, oh shit! Like
being taken off the show for months and months and months and months.
He's featured
when people do see you, they're like, "Oh, I forgot he was there." That's buried.
He's been in the main event of Raw the last 3 weeks. He's very buried. Like
Shelton Benjamin, since the collapse of his group, is buried.
Right.
I wouldn't even say Shelton Benjamin's buried.
No,
he's still on the show. Akira Tozawa. There's someone you could say is buried.
There you go.
that was pretty enjoyable though. Him and Corbin.
No, it was 100%, but it's been forever since we saw him, and that
Dude, I was like, damn,
buried.
I can't believe he's still employed.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still there.
I didn't either.
I didn't
Since the 24/7 title went away.
Like a long time ago, he stopped chasing that. So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of the Power Rangers from like the season where they became like ninjas. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I like
what I'm
how he's
talking
still in that gimmick too.
about?
He's back
Well,
there.
and did you see he posted on Twitter that he's putting that gimmick up? Like, I don't know if it's because he's leaving or if he's just changing what up. But he has all the ninja gear and it was piled up, kind of like the Undertaker did at WrestleMania, and he posted it. So I think he's done with that stuff. Maybe
All right.
All right, Triple H is altering.
Fair enough. Fair
Shit.
enough.
I want to get into something specific on SmackDown. A couple things actually.
The Rock Show.
No, not anymore. I'd say it's Roman's show right now. And,
It's Sami Zayn's show right now.
Thank you very much.
all right, but I want to talk about Bray Wyatt and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Kind of caught, I think, a lot of people off
It
guard
did.
that
Caught
he'd be
me
the
off
first
guard.
person
Yeah.
that Bray would be interacting with at this point. So, what was your thoughts on LA Knight, which was basically a promo that got interrupted? Then Knight's like, "Yeah, he's not taking my time," and Bray did. But
The screen started flashing behind him. He goes, "Oh no, get this shit off my screen! Not during my time." And then Bray walked up and he goes, "You need to get out of here with that nonsense." And then Bray hit him. So yeah, it was very, very just out of nowhere.
It was.
It was.
And that's the kind of stuff I tune in to watch. I
Yeah.
want to be absolutely surprised by what I'm seeing. And it's the match itself probably won't be anything, but the promos between the two of them are
Yep. I think this is a throw-in match, maybe at War Games to get Bray on, like hey, you're wrestling. But see, I'm in the minority. So far, I've told a few people like, yeah, and they're like, no, Bray should not win his first match.
I don't think he wins this match.
I think Uncle Howdy comes on the screen, says something, or we get somebody, one of those characters appear, distract him, then he loses. LA Knight just moves on to bigger and better things because that's a huge win for him.
That is
Yeah,
huge.
exactly.
Then Bray's internal struggle with himself continues to be an issue.
Then
He can't beat the demons, and his story should be him trying to beat those till he finally does get a win.
So I have a new theory because the whole theory has been he has a stable. And after the LA Knight thing, and I'm with you, I think Bray Wyatt needs to lose his first match. And putting LA Knight in this position is huge because if LA Knight beats him, it's like, oh, okay, LA Knight's legit. We should take him seriously.
Yes.
And Bray can just continue on his storytelling, which he does better than everybody else on the show. So it's a win-win situation. I'm starting to think that we are going to get a stable, but it's going to be wrestlers probably in the get-ups, and they're going to be after Bray Wyatt as opposed to being with Bray Wyatt because he's trying to leave that all behind him and he's trying to blossom out. So Uncle Howdy's going to say, you can't escape this. And you're going to have people like Eric Rowan and Bo Dallas. And now Bronson Reed, I think, was teasing it a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I think these guys are going to show up as your husky
Maybe
hair.
even Alexa too.
Alexa,
Yes, I think you're going to have these guys show up and be Bray Wyatt's first real feud. And I think that's the direction they're going. That's an exclusive for you. So there you go. From the Buddy Wars champion. That's what I do. I book stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did win that, didn't you?
You did, yeah.
Now, there was a tie, and I remember seeing on Twitter you're very pissed off about it. You even skipped one of your Raw recaps.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He was participating. I went to watch the Raw recap, and I was, where the fuck is he? Then I got I'm not even doing my Raw recap.
I took off for the week.
Well,
I said,
hey.
y'all need to fix this shit, or I'm not coming back.
They fixed it. He won, and he's back.
There you
He's
go.
back, yeah.
Hell yeah. I dig it.
Would you
I learned
believe?
from the best, my man MJF.
Right.
Would you believe Mr. Khan said he didn't even have any interest in Bray Wyatt?
He never even talked to him, not even at Chris Jericho's birthday, where he admitted
He said something like that. He said, except not even that one time.
Yeah.
I think was exactly his quote. He's very busy, dude.
He's a
I'm
busy
surprised
guy.
we got him this close to Dynamite.
Hey,
And
you gonna do?
he loves to promote his stuff.
Yeah, he goes
He
on that
does.
shit show, Busted Open, so he can do whatever.
I like us,
He
Dude,
did.
it went AEW crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then
Brecka is a mark, bro.
yeah, and then he gets put on fucking that NXT pay-per-view and wears a shirt with him. I do wear shirts with myself, but if I went on like WWE programming, like promoting this show, I would not wear the shirt of myself. He goes on the pre-show wearing a shirt of his face.
God.
He's promoting himself. I get it.
Yeah, but not the show at all. Like he doesn't mention Busted Open one fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, why not promote your podcast?
Because
Right.
he hates his show.
Bully Ray
he
called him
loves
out too. He was like, dude, your show that you made, you didn't even promote it when millions of people are watching.
All right.
He promoted himself. That's all he
He's
can.
like, "With a shirt with your face on it."
God.
He goes, honestly, Greca, 90% of the WWE fans hate you anyway. And they're like, either fuck this guy or who the fuck is
Well,
this guy?
let's be fair.
Right.
Actually, 90% of the WB fans don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't even know who he was.
1,000% who do, they don't give a shit.
All right. So what do you guys think about the LA Knight thing?
Love it.
I like it. Yeah.
It caught me
Love
off
it.
guard.
It
I
did
read
too.
it on Twitter first because I was watching live, and I was like, "This is no." It's like that Royal Rumble list that's been making the rounds, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" It's like
Yeah.
my friends are.
getting attacked by Brock Lesnar 3 minutes before the Royal Rumble.
Is that what it
Yeah,
said?
that's at the bottom. It's at the
Yeah.
bottom because Brock Lesnar comes in at 30.
I
But
saw
then there's a
that.
star next to his name, and if you go to the bottom, it says Brock Lesnar took CM Punk out earlier in the night with 3 F5s, and he took his place in the Royal Rumble.
What?
And people believe that shit. Like, I love it. Like, people fucking believe it. It's
My
like-
buddy posted it on Facebook today and said, "Damn, Cody really winning, huh?" It's like,
I saw it on Facebook in November. It must be true.
yeah, like it's so stupid. People believe
Mhm.
that shit.
They
God.
do. They do. Yeah.
It's like the boomers on there. Like,
it was
read
a
everything
busy
they see.
SmackDown. What about this World Cup? Who's your guys' favorite in this?
I
So
don't know.
Braun,
I don't know what that means. I heard him talking about it.
Braun beat Jinder.
I hate soccer, so I tune out when they talk about it.
Well, it's not soccer. This is wrestling.
But they're using soccer terms, so I tune the fuck out.
You know what this tournament is? It's a direct reply, kind of a poke at AW's Mid Atlantic tournament. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You have
That
people
is
from
weird.
each country filling in spots on the tournament, kind of like they did with the Mid Atlantic title. So it's kind of just like a haha.
Well, yeah, and the World Cup is on Fox in 2 weeks. So Fox World Cup.
Still
There you go.
watch it. I understand why they're saying those words, but I'm not listening.
Why they're saying those words.
But I'm not
Not saying
listening
those
to it.
words.
Okay, well, Mustafa Ali is in the tournament. He will fight Sami Zayn next.
No, Mustafa Ali is taking on Ricochet this week. Sami Zayn's taking on Butch.
Oh, okay, that
Butch,
makes
yeah,
sense because the
Butch, yeah.
Bloodline's feuding with the Brutes.
Yep.
So Strowman already won.
Mhm.
He beat Jinder Mahal, who's returned,
Okay.
and
Ugh.
And now it's gone again.
Santos Escobar beat Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's advanced.
Good. Escobar.
I
Good for
think
him.
Braun's going to win and set up Braun and Gunther.
Sure.
Yeah, I
I
like it.
think Sammy
He's got to
would
win.
be the second favorite.
Yeah.
But I looked at my buddy I was watching it with one of my friends Saturday, and I was like, I like how they picked Braun to represent the United States. Like
right.
the United States, like you could have anybody else. You pick
Right.
Braun Strowman.
It don't get no more America than Braun Strowman.
Dude, look at his Twitter. He'll tell you.
Yeah, right.
He's a big fan of the Indies as well.
So Zayn would be one.
I
could see-
think Braun wins this tournament, and we get Gunther and Braun because Gunther's not losing the belt. And
I
that's
hope-
just big fucking dudes fighting.
It makes sense for Brian. It really does. But
It does.
especially with Walter being, if they fight. But I really want Sammy to win just
See,
because of the promos.
I only feel like he'd be my second pick, but I feel like there's going to be. I mean, at War Games, it's going to be the fucking Bloodline against the Brawling Brutes,
Yeah.
Drew, and probably KO. So I read earlier that he should be cleared.
Should be.
And I'd be shocked.
I
Right.
saw 7 to
will-
10 weeks.
I will find it. I've seen a lot of shit, but hold on. I'll find it before we let you go. I did see it earlier. I was eating a fucking ham sandwich reading it. I remember.
I do like ham sandwiches. I prefer ham over turkey on Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
I agree with that. But
But yeah, I agree too that Braun's winning because it just makes too much sense.
It
does.
does. It
Sammy
does.
and Butch, they're going to be part of the War Games. So, and I'm pretty sure the IC title match will happen at War Games. So you have Braun win it. He goes against Gunther. Gunther beats his ass. It makes Gunther
oh
look.
God, speaking of Braun Strowman,
Oh,
He just took a
God.
shot at AEW
Oh,
talent. What
for
he said. All
God's sake.
He's so dumb. He's so fucking dumb.
Flippy floppy little bastards.
right.
They should be born 6'8".
They
Idiot.
can't get 74
All right,
stars.
here's what he said. Here's what he said. We get it. Thank you. The weird subculture of all you got to do is flips and kill yourselves. Even though we want you to do it for free without any money to support what you. God, he can't type.
You can't even read his sentences. They don't make sense.
No, the broke ass, loud mouth internet wrestling community can, in the words of DX, suck it. I didn't shit on the indies. I shit on lazy people that want other people to pay their bills instead of going out and hustling how they should. That's what I did, and I'm doing all right.
Why does he always bring up fucking people's bills? He's been doing that for years. So like,
Right.
people got patrons, fucking idiots. Like what?
WWE already. Here we go.
Wow.
WWE already knows how Roman is going to lose his titles.
Well, they've been saying that
So
for a
they
couple weeks. Yeah.
they fucking finally figured it out.
fucking Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
Why is
at Elimination Chamber, like I said.
to Sammy.
Yeah, baby.
he ain't
Oh,
losing
man.
it to Sammy?
That would be
Losing it to Sammy, baby.
That ain't gonna
No.
happen, no.
No, he's not.
No.
We're gonna get Sammy and Kevin Owens for the world title at WrestleMania. It's gonna be off the charts.
It's going to be The Rock versus Reigns at WrestleMania.
We know that's
Not for a
We
title
know
though.
Maybe.
Not for a title.
It might be for the title.
Maybe.
Well, seriously though, this is going to be the third. I think, if my memory, it could be fourth WrestleMania that he's walking in as champion. He ain't losing it.
Third.
He's not losing it before, so third, and he's not losing it before WrestleMania.
I think it does.
Nah,
He isn't.
nah.
Triple H don't play those same games they was playing before.
You're not wrong, but it's The Rock. I don't know.
You know, and it's The Rock, and that's the reason you don't have the titles on, because you don't need it for The Rock. It's like, we have the fucking Rock on our show, and they're like, yep, I'll watch.
You're not wrong. If it was Vince, it'd be like, you're totally wrong.
And if
But
you think about it, if
Skip
Stone
over.
Cold's gonna be there too, you have The Rock and Stone Cold. You have
There
John
you go.
Cena. That you have all these big names. None of these
Sure.
guys need world titles.
oh
You
no,
give it
no,
to someone else that allows them to shine, and then people are like, "Oh, these guys are really cool too." There's literally no reason to have the world title on any of them.
But do we really think that Roman Reigns is losing his belt before WrestleMania in November? I just don't see that
I don't
happening.
see it.
I do, and in February I do.
At an Elimination Chamber. Not
Because-
to be saying.
It's in Sami Zayn's hometown.
I mean,
do these things for a reason.
I would personally
here-
love
And Roman Reigns is a very, very, very big fan of Sami Zayn, so he would have no issues laying down for that man.
storyline wise, it'd be fucking perfect.
And that would be a nice twist. Have
it-
The
it
Rock
would
and
be.
Roman.
It's very similar to the Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston stuff. It works.
Kind of. Yeah,
Oh, dude, he
yeah.
said Sammy's would be bigger.
I mean, it'd be huge. People will blow
Oh
up.
no, yeah, it would definitely be bigger. I'm just saying he got over organically. People were
Yep.
loving this man. He wins this. It's gonna go nuts. So that's why
Storyline-wise,
In Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it'll
that's-
arguably one of the biggest pops you've ever heard.
Oh,
and I did read the
absolutely.
report that like they backed out of Drew's because Drew was originally
I saw
supposed to
that.
win
Yeah.
Mhm.
because of Sammy's changing every one of their
He
fucking
is.
plans right now.
Even
dude.
what's his fuck likes him now? Jim Cornette or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, he tweeted at him and said,
my dog.
"My dog?" Question mark.
I don't, because Jim Cornette blocked me for some reason.
Well, Jim Cornette tweeted that he likes Sami Zayn now, and Sami Zayn retweeted it like my dog.
He's always liked Sammy. He just don't like that Sammy gave him such a fucking headache when he was booking Ring of Honor. Because Sami Zayn's like, I know what you want to do, but me and Kevin are going to do our own thing. And it was just
Right.
constantly
That'd be great.
no.
I really like your idea. I honestly do. And if Vince
I
was
hope
in
it's
charge,
right.
I would say you're crazy. But if
No, if Vince was in charge, I would not even go with it. I would be like, nope, sorry, Sammy. He's
That
probably
would
already
be-
kicked out of the bloodline.
Because I've been
Love it.
saying for a fucking year,
I'd blow
I've
up.
been saying since last year's Rumble, how the fuck do you get The Rock and Roman for the belt if The Rock don't win the Rumble?
Yep.
How?
Exactly. There's
Don't
no
get
need for it.
So KO wins the Rumble. He's like, I'm gonna beat Roman, I'm gonna beat your ass. And it's like, oh shit, I'm fighting Sammy.
So here's exactly how you bring The Rock in, and you don't need a belt for it, is because after Roman loses that belt, you know he's going to go crazy. He's going to
Sure.
snap.
Sure,
And
sure.
then if the Usos are still champs and he tries to say, I'm head of the table, like, you ain't got a title no more, Us. And then Roman snaps on them, and then they say, you ain't even head of the table. And then they bring in The Rock to take on Roman Reigns to check him. And then there you off. The stuff writes itself, honestly, if they just paid
It's
attention.
gonna be a hell of a build.
See, I
It
just assumed that they'd have a random ass show where like The Rock is going to be there for whatever reason, promote the fucking Black Adam to whatever.
Oh no, they're already taking shots at each other. Like
And-
the
Already.
Twitter's, they've already.
Fair
Roman
enough.
said, he ain't the head of Solo came out today and said he's not the head of the table. He never was. And then
So-
Romans took
so
shots,
they're
Rocks
getting
took shots.
Already.
Those seeds have been planted.
Already.
It started at the season. The
Go ahead.
season premiere of Young Rock 2, I think, is where they started it, because
Yeah.
they brought in. They told a story about Roman when he was a kid, and he was wanting to fight The Rock, and he's yelling at him like, "Acknowledge me!" And then Rock said something like during the narrative part, saying, "Maybe that match will happen one day." So like the seeds have been planned for a while. It's happening.
I think the most embarrassing part, and I'm not even trying to talk shit, I just remember, and like that's fucking rough, is when Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble and nobody cared so much. They had The Rock like parade Roman Reigns around trying to promote him. It's like, this is so forced and not good television.
That's why they booed Rock.
Yeah.
They did.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that was just so forced. So I would really like it if they make it not forced, I guess.
Right.
Going forward.
Make it actually
And
happen.
if you look at how the Bloodline story has been going, everything has kind of happened organically.
It has. Especially with Sammy.
Same
Dude,
thing.
did you see their merch?
It's crazy. It's
Dude, I will tell you how over the Bloodline is. So, like, I got my dart team, right? Like, 3 of the 4 of us are huge WWE fans. Like, we're all like religiously.
Sure.
Other guy on our team, he doesn't give a fuck. But we started the We the Ones thing, and we do it like when we win, which we've won 5 in a row. Thank you.
Nice.
We do We the Ones, and everybody's and like we put all our fingers in. He's like, dude, what the fuck is this from? I'm like, I was like, go to YouTube, click Best of Bloodline. He watched like the whole 35-minute video, and he's like, what channel is this shit on? He hasn't watched wrestling really. He was like a little kid. He's like, he watches it, and he's like, we need the We the One shirts. We need getting Usi. We need feeling Usi. He's like, I need to figure out how I can feel this way. And like, so it's over. Like, even people that don't even watch the product are like,
did you see Sami Zayn? He tweeted it. Doja Cat. She wrote something like "Ussy," and he goes, "No, it's pronounced Usi."
yeah.
That's so awesome.
That is funny.
Zayn does deserve it.
And think about this. If Sami Zayn does win, or does beat Roman Reigns, what was his name before he was Sami Zayn? The Master.
El Generico.
So think about this. So like, they'll mention how, well, The Rock lost to the Hurricane Helms, and Rock will be like, well, you lost to fucking El Generico or whatever. Those promos, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could be fun, I think.
I beat John Cena. You lost to him.
You lost to
And
El
he
Generico.
raised his hand.
Exactly.
Hey, I seen your tweet earlier, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Logan Paul, John Cena, how ready are you for that?
That's not fucking happening.
I agree.
Bro,
I think a pissed off Theory beating John Cena's ass is what's going to happen.
That's if it's not Austin Theory versus John Cena, they better come up with something a lot better than Logan Paul and John Cena.
It better be Theory.
I don't criticize WWE very often. I'll criticize the fuck out of them if they put Logan Paul and John Cena in the ring together.
That'd be stupid. It'd be a piss break match, bro.
Better be Theory.
No, well, hold the fuck on.
You fucking heard
A
me.
piss match? No.
What are we going to see?
John,
You can't see me.
Yes, we saw it for 20 years and he carried
I'm
the
going to do a flipping shit.
That is the greatest.
It needs to be Austin Theory.
We don't want to see it. Sorry.
I think the match would be cool. There's just no compelling story to go with it, as opposed to Austin Theory.
They've already set Theory for it.
Exactly.
This new Theory, even John Cena.
I don't care what Logan Paul does, but it's not going to be fucking against John Cena.
He needs to find something else to do because that ain't it.
Logan Paul can wrestle Seth Rollins.
There you go.
I mean, probably be all right.
I think it would.
Paul, Rollins could help carry him because he's
exactly
not experienced.
Yeah, he could.
Good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah, I was looking through WrestleBuddy's stuff and I was like, I hated half of it. I was like, I don't need to see Seth and Cody again. Like,
thank you very much. I've been arguing with someone about that show.
Dude, it was amazing. All matches every match was better than the previous one, but like, I don't need to see a fourth one.
There's 3 matches.
Story's done.
Cody won. Like, that's over. Seth took him out.
He beat his ass with one hand. So
I guess they have to acknowledge, like, could Cody come out throwing Seth out of the Royal Rumble be enough to just end it? Like, that's the end.
Yeah.
We don't need another match.
No, we don't.
Cody's back and he beat Seth and
again.
Yeah, like,
yeah, we're done
because I don't need to see it again.
And Seth's a babyface now, so how do you even do that?
Yeah,
like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
right.
I'll say more anti-hero than babyface.
I think the babyface is gonna start showing up a lot more over the next few weeks.
I could see that.
He's in the middle.
What else?
I did like his promo though. I was like, what's the difference with this belt? Me. It's like, hell yeah, it is.
I love Seth.
All right, so let's transition to Raw real quick before we get in our War Game stuff. While I'm loading this, what was your thoughts on Shawn Michaels' new match?
I'm interested. I know
I'm very interested.
Just like, well, with War Games getting called up to the main roster, You have to replace it with something.
I like it.
So you got NXT Deadline,
Deadline,
December 10th.
Mhm.
Somebody,
Same night
favorite
as
wrestler.
Hunter's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know that.
Ring
Yeah,
of Honor.
yeah.
Tony Kahn. We should have asked Mr. Kahn about that. Fuck.
We should.
We'll have to have him on in early December to talk about how Ring of Honor is finally going to have a
He ain't gonna be happy
show.
about it.
Oh, dude.
He's
no,
gonna be pissed.
No, because that NXT is going to be better.
Mhm. He will be.
But anyway, Raw.
I'm still confused about the bunny or the rabbit, I guess.
The
Oh, what is it?
buddy.
It's the bunny. It's the bunny.
Yeah.
The buddy.
Mia Yim joined Bianca's team.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley became the 5th and final member.
Yep.
Of-
Rhea Ripley. Yep.
Damage Control's team. Yvonne, who do you think is the last person for Bianca's team?
Let's see. Becky.
Is she cleared?
They took Damage Control took
You
her
can't bring 9 people back at the Rumble. So, like,
out. Can't do
it's.
that.
I think it's Becky as well.
Becky.
And Becky
she's
at
Becky.
SummerSlam was in
Yeah,
the ring,
she
and
was.
Damage Control
Yeah.
should have made. Like, it's already there.
It's
She
already
stood.
there.
Remember, she stood next to Bianca.
Yeah,
with her
she
fucked
jumped
up
back in the
arm.
ring to say, "Hey, no, I'm
Jumped
here."
back in the ring when they all came out
Yeah.
after her.
Sure.
So,
And-
like, the story's
Yep,
there.
and
But is she cleared?
Yes.
And Damage
Alright.
Controls.
She's working out, dude. If you've seen her on Twitter,
She's-
that
she's
motherfucker
ready to
don't give a
go.
fuck.
She's ready.
She was working out with one arm. She had her arm in a sling.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
She's
She's like
that-
Cody Rhodes. All right.
She sounds like me.
Yeah, I
working
think
out.
that's the one.
dedicated.
I mean,
I think it's either
It's
her
her. It's her.
or Sasha.
I'm on. I think it's Sasha. It's in Boston. It's
That's what
One
I'm
of them.
Sasha's from Boston.
I've been hearing Sasha.
Sa-
That's
but
what I've been
Becky
seeing
or
on.
Sasha?
Just so you
Those
guys
two.
know, that is going to be our tiebreaker
Okay. Deal.
because
if
we.
it is Sasha, I'm 3 for 3 on my predictions on who the 3 would fill out. So I'm patting myself on the back. The old chomper.
Chuck
There you
got everything right in Saudi, beat our ass, but we don't defend the Yvonne. Like, we don't defend the title. in Saudi.
Yeah.
He
Chuck was-
won
Chuck was better.
everything.
I fucking
dude.
owned it, and then it doesn't
He
fucking
beat
matter.
both of us by like 3 matches, and it
He
didn't
did.
even matter.
Just like my real life. When shit doesn't matter, I'm really good at it. And then when shit matters, I'm broke. What are you gonna do?
That'll be our tiebreaker. There you go.
Oh, so Dexter Loomis versus
at
The
Miz's
Miz is going
mouth.
to happen at War Games now?
No, they said in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks time.
It's gonna be. I think it's the Raw after
War Games.
Survivor Series.
Look at Mrs.
Okay.
Mouth.
This is the one thing. I hate to be the negative Nelly
Here
here.
we go.
Oh, go. Here we go.
This
Gargano's funny.
He's over
It
it.
Don't
makes-
make that face at me.
He's over it.
I'm not fast forwarding it yet.
Don't fucking fast forward
Chuck's
Johnny
over-
Wrestling, goddammit.
Chuck's over it.
Well, then you watch his wrestling matches and they're great. The storyline's a little whatever.
It's very silly. They're like, we got Judge Gargano. Shut the fuck up. I can't. Like, this is Blue's Clues. Like, Jesus Christ.
Blue's Clues was over.
I can't.
Chuck's
I
over
don't.
that.
I don't like this storyline. I
Oh,
think it's
God.
really, really. I stopped giving a shit 2 weeks ago. I watched Raw.
He
where-
called Miz Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
And he had his
And
look
then-
at his sweater.
And then Gargano.
That's a cardigan, like
And-
Taylor Swift.
And then Dexter Loomis again for the upteenth time attacked him with the camera. You can't do the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, you can. Dude, I popped for it. I was like, oh shit, he's a cameraman.
It's a
But
fourth time we-
It is a played out story. It's been going on a little too long.
Dude, did you see him jump the ramp and sprint 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
That-
I did.
Dude,
If
that
they
dude-
would have been doing this like a month prior, I'd still be with it. But they stretched out that first half of the storyline so long that I was kind of like, all right, get it over with.
Dude,
I'm over it. You know
Pardon
what I mean?
Johnny Gargano for having to take some
He's
real time to
over it.
investigate.
This is
No,
this
you're
is not
over
me
this.
shitting on
I
Johnny.
knew Chuck was
That's
right
it.
with
I
that.
really don't care about either of these three right now at all.
That's your catchphrase. We're all going to get RSH custom made shirts.
We
It's
are.
just going to say, I'm over it.
But Chuck's
And not
over
over
it.
in the good way.
We
I
need to do
just-
that.
I mean, I like all three. I
No,
love them.
his shirt's going to say, I'm over it. Her
I'm over it.
shirt's going to have an arrow pointing at him.
Yep.
It's going to say, he's over it.
He's
and
over
mine's
it.
going to say, I'm over it.
I'm over it.
I'm over it.
There we go.
Yeah, it's I just don't. It's been going on for too long. It's the same shit over and over again.
All right,
The
well-
great reveal of Miz paying off. What the fuck?
That
is
was pretty sweet. All right, let's
I'm
transit.
not over it yet.
All right,
I'll give
so-
it a little time.
Well, let's
I'll be over
transit.
it
Let's
eventually,
just go before I kill Chuck. We all talked about Austin Theory looks amazing. We started the show off with that.
Yeah.
We touched on Corbin. Seth Rollins beat Finn Balor to
probably. He
retain
did.
the
That was
title.
a good match. Really good match.
It was a really good match.
Very good match.
The interference, obviously.
We knew that was going
Yeah,
Not bad.
it was a pretty solid Raw.
It was good.
Seth Rollins' outfits are like his glass, like even it's a little bit
His
much.
fashion.
His hair looked like a wig. Didn't it? Like, it was really like I love it. It's like
The,
what
the
the.
whole presentation he had to start off Raw was phenomenal. I was like laughing out loud watching.
I
him
love
come out.
his
Dude,
style.
he's so good.
He's
And dude, I'm here for Gable or Riddle and Elias's band.
There we
Riddle's
go.
like, yeah, he's out there, he's getting stuff together. We are forming a band, bro.
My
Gable
bong.
Gable
Riddle's
interrupted him. Yeah.
He
You want
is
to hit
great.
my bones?
Gable's
right.
like, sheesh, no.
See,
not
they
Sawyer.
that's a problem. My Hulu version, I didn't see any of that, but I saw Miz's stuff. I'm like, I would have rather seen Riddle.
You don't get them. Those choices are already made for you.
They are. Are you?
All right. So what did we miss? Anything? So Styles and Balor.
Yep.
Yeah. So I did.
That one.
I
Yep.
quit being lazy, dude. This episode actually took a lot
Well,
of fucking prep.
it
You know how hard
did.
it was to find some of these war game matches
Yeah, it took your
with
time.
pictures,
That's
baby.
tough.
And then I had to I was like, he had like 1995 or some shit. I'm like, oh fuck.
So he won WCW War
Yeah.
Games.
Bro, hell yeah. The FCW's my shit.
Look, we found this one website that had like all the NXT war games in one, and we just picked from that list. I copied and
That's the
pasted.
only ones I know. The NXTs. That's it.
I've only
Dude, I had to
seen two
find
War
pictures
Games.
for these. I had to like
It takes
type
a lot
out,
of time.
dude, 40 fucking banners. Like I was done. I prepped a month of podcasts in 3 hours
He
Monday
did.
night.
I was hoping
'Cause
to
next
play it
week's
Monday.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
We're recording on Tuesday instead of Wednesday because Wednesday
Holidays.
we has food
Holidays.
prep and shit.
Holidays.
I ain't prepping shit.
And then the week after is just war games, Fallout. So it's
That's
easy to
it.
prep.
Yep.
So I knocked all that shit out. Plus, I got to write that my top 5 things I'm thankful for article next week for Wrestle Buddy. I've been slacking. I've been writing shit. I can't help it.
Pornhub's
I got
#1.
creative, dude. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck to write about. Like
I
5
don't
reasons.
either. I took from you because you asked one time, like, hey guys, what should I write about? And they gave you things. I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. So I was like, hey guys, what are you write about?
Dude, like I'll get in moods like I'm ready to write. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll just a big group. I'm like, do you guys have what would you like to read? They're like, Gunther's top 5 opponents. It's like, got it. 5 people Gargano can feud with. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. 5 things you're thankful for.
Yep.
Thanksgiving will be trending. Release it on Thursday.
There you go.
People should read it.
You know, people.
So what I started doing like 2 months ago, or maybe even a little bit longer than that, is I'll take an edible before I eat or before I watch wrestling, and then I'm so zoned in that something catches my eye, and I just get that glimmer in my eye, and my girl can see it from across the room. She goes, "What are you going to write about?" Like I just get that excited about it, and that's how I'll pick things to write. But lately, it's been hard because there's been so much good shit that it's like I'm just excited for all the cool wrestling.
Yeah, I was going to write 5 reasons
It's a good
why
problem to have.
wrestling fans are fucking retarded because they thought Austin Theory was buried.
Exactly.
But I decided I can't use that word on the internet. And I was actually going to call it
He
that.
just used it on the internet.
So I didn't write it. If I wrote it, you could see it. I just said it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
It goes. It doesn't count if you say it.
It slips out sometimes. It
If
just
you
slips
write
out.
it, it's there forever. If you say retard, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, but you could scream Jesus Christ. That's real fucking
I'm just talking
mature.
about your Halloween cast.
That,
Yeah.
that wasn't a costume. I wasn't fucking here.
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
Josh, that's right. Josh wasn't here, was he?
God damn it.
I love it.
All right. Seeing you made me say his name in vain. He's never going to come back on the
Well,
show.
you're getting it now.
All right, let's
buddy.
get the war
you're
games.
getting it now.
I'm very excited for war games.
I am too. I'm pumped.
I'm assuming it's going to be the bloodline against. Oh, yeah. I found. Okay, look.
He found it. Uh-oh.
It's not saying that he's going to be in it, but it says reports are they have not changed plans yet. The plan for now is still KO to be the final member.
All right.
I like it.
They
Okay,
have not changed anything.
and they could literally just have him get jumped before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
And then I've always said it should, I thought Kevin Owens was going to be in this thing weeks ago, and he should be the one that pins Sami Zayn to win, and that just sets everything else in motion.
Yeah, makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you
So
could
they
also
could just
do it.
beat his ass, take him out of the match, and then he could come in at the end, do a little something, save his knee, pin Sammy, and then that still happens.
Yep.
Or they could just have him not in the match at all, and 4-on-5.
Yeah.
If they don't put him in, who do you guys think the 5th one would
God,
be?
that's tough. You can't think.
I don't know how you like the pop he'd get being the 5th one, even though everybody knows would be huge.
Yeah, it would.
People
But
love
like,
Kevin.
I can't think of anybody
I
else.
can't
Like, would you
besides
throw in a
Kevin.
fucking Riddle? Like, Orton's taking pictures in hospital beds, so he don't make. You couldn't even throw
Oh,
him
don't
in there.
go there.
He was.
I
He was
know,
in a
I know,
hospital.
I
So like,
know,
I don't
I
know
know
if
he
he's
is.
anywhere near.
I know he is.
Yeah.
Cody don't make no sense. So like,
He's rumble.
there's no like big names.
So,
You know what
to
I
me,
mean?
before Monday, a name that made sense was Theory because of him losing everything.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
still
KO
good.
predicted
He's
it,
still
and it
good,
was like KO showed him, and then Theory's like it was like a come to Jesus moment where he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I realized my wrong ways," and to fill in for Kevin Owens in the thing would be a way of him turning to babyface and all that stuff. But I'm glad that didn't happen because what we got was
Even
awesome.
better.
I like
even
this.
better.
I like the aggression theory.
I do too. I like
that was amazing. Yeah,
it's the more
He's
serious
just
theory.
walking up the ramp. I'm not a boy. I'm Austin Theory.
He's a man. Or what? Yeah.
All right, so which one of y'all want to go first?
Well, it don't matter.
I've only seen 2 of the 5 that I picked. So you guys can go first.
So they're in order. So I will go first because these pictures are a bit.
Yeah, the only ones I know is NXT. I don't know WWE's one.
All right,
There's no
so
NXT.
these are my top
That
5
was
War
tough.
Games matches. I've seen all 5 of them, just to be clear.
I think I have too. Online.
Um,
Seen 'em
anyway,
all.
somebody here used to watch NXT.
Exactly. Yeah.
Used to. You don't anymore?
Yeah, but like I always have.
Okay.
You don't.
You don't.
I've seen some of the shows.
So
All right, number 5. The Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch Takeover War Games of 2020. There's Cole. You might.
go get McAfee.
I do
God,
like.
he does crazy stuff.
It's cool that he's adult size in this picture, but that's him throwing Pat McAfee off the top rope.
Jeez.
Very good match.
You loved Adam Cole until
He
AEW.
did, and he loved Keith Lee
Where is he?
too.
I really wish that Vince got fired last year because we still have Adam Cole.
Yeah, we still.
Bro, don't remind me of that
would be
shit.
the Undisputed Era would be running
And
rampant
it would be.
right
would.
now.
And I would be loving it.
It would be
man.
the Undisputed Era versus the Bloodline.
Bloodline
It would
right
be.
now. Yep.
Bro, don't get me started on that.
I
That
know.
hurts my feelings.
Hey, there's an article idea. Top 5 things that could have happened if Vince
There
was
you
fired
go.
a year ago.
There you go.
All I'm
That
saying-
would hurt my feelings though.
Yeah,
Like I would literally start breaking down, crying.
Johnny Gargano would have won Money in the Bank.
yeah, he would have. Yeah.
Contracts can be bought out. So Triple H, I know you're watching. Buy out that contract
Get
and
Adam
bring
Cole.
Adam Cole and all the Undisputed Era back.
To
So we
No.
can get some 3 matches.
yeah.
No,
I mean, no.
Roderick's dead. Kyle O'Reilly, he's injured forever, and
yeah, Kyle Raleigh gets
nobody
it.
wants to see Bobby Fish anymore. Not even Impact fans were excited to see that man.
He stopped counting fish or some shit. I remember that.
How many fish? Yeah.
forgot
Rouse Riddle. Rouse Riddle.
How many fish can Bobby Fish fry? Hey, Bobby Fish could fry fish.
All right, I'll rephrase. Triple H, I know you're watching. Bring back Adam Cole,
Just Adam.
buy a contract out,
Yeah.
and we'll have him do cool shit.
Leave the rest where else.
Yeah, very good match.
Yeah.
This is where McAfee's like, oh shit. They're like, oh, he can wrestle.
He
Like,
can
this is where
wrestle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
even McAfee went through NXT. Damn it!
did.
Like
I was interested in this.
everybody did.
Everybody.
Because unlike Logan Paul, I knew who Pat McAfee
Will you
was
stop?
outside of WWE. No, I'm not trying. I'm just,
I know.
Quit hating on the guy.
no, but seriously though, outside, I knew who he was outside of WWE, so I was curious to see how he does. And I liked it. It was a
I
great
do
match.
too. Yeah.
Well, we're going to continue my 4.
The
The Undisputed Era versus Sanity
They're
versus the Authors of Pain and
This
Roderick
one
Strong.
I don't remember. I
Takeover
don't.
War Games
I
of
don't.
2017.
It's-
This
Yeah,
is the first one they did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
The
this
first
at
one.
all.
And it was triple threat. Authors of Pain were so fucking badass.
Maybe I was
when
watching
they were in
NXT then. I don't know. I don't remember.
Sanity was still tag team champions at this point.
I
They were
didn't-
fucking great in NXT.
They were
too.
awesome in NXT.
Yeah.
I like
Vince completely fucked all that up.
You know what? I did watch this match. I was curious to see how they did that because they brought it back from WCW. So I actually did watch this match, like not live, but I watched it later on YouTube.
Cody would be a good story at the fucking at War Games too, because
He would
he wanted like that's like
Yep.
the match.
Yeah, but he doesn't fit into any of them yet.
Not yet.
No, he
So
did.
He
next
wants
year.
the fucking title.
But isn't his dad?
Yeah, but
Isn't
still.
great match?
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that. I don't know. I got pictures. Bam, there they all are.
No, I definitely did not see
Oh, and
that.
Adam Cole's adult size again. Look, he's bigger than everybody else.
I really did forget. I did watch this back in the day on YouTube after because I wanted to see how they did War Games because of WCW. I totally forgot. It's on my list. I didn't think I watched it, but I remember
Look
it.
at
Oh, look, and I got more pictures. Bam. I think they're all snickering. Tony Kahn would be proud. But anyways,
He would have been mad about that.
let's go to number 3. So it is Ripley, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox versus Shayna Baszler,
Look at
Bianca
Rhea
Belair,
Ripley.
Io
Jeez.
Shirai, and Kaylee
different,
Ray,
though.
who is
She's
now
very different.
what's her name? Abra Fire,
I'm
and she
fine.
is
Alba
not
Fire.
NXT champion.
She is not.
But
No.
look at all these people. The only person not on the main roster is Tegan Knox, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be back soon.
Oh, younger.
these are
they,
all
they,
Triple
they look
H's
like
people.
Younger though. They really.
Do you see?
They're all airbrush.
Everybody.
Do you see?
That
Do
too.
you see the trend here? He's bringing back all his people.
All those
Like,
people. Yep.
and
It's-
Bronson Reed's apparently coming back. Chelsea
It's-
Green is apparently locked in,
Yep.
even though there's conflicting shit, but she's coming back.
She's coming back.
Cardona's probably going to come with her.
That's her husband.
Makes sense.
Yep.
They can fill that void that the Canellis people were supposed to do.
Yep.
with
They're on
them.
AEW. Yep. They're on
That
AEW
hey,
now. Yep.
top 5 entrance theme ever. Mike Canellis.
That's
Why
a
do
good
y'all
one.
all say this shit, man? I don't get it.
That fucking song is a banger.
It's a good song.
That's a
I
bop.
I like
That's
it.
the definition of
That's
a fucking
not a bop.
And
How's that a
trivia.
bop?
Who was
You even know what a bop is?
yeah?
That's
That
not a
fucking
bop.
Hanson,
Pops.
right?
That's a
Hanson.
ballad. That's
a
more of a
no,
ballad
no.
than it is a bop.
Who was Mike Canellis' first opponent when he joined WWE?
No idea.
I'm trying to remember. I know it. I know.
Sami Zayn.
Oh, fair
It
enough.
was,
So I
He
couldn't
beat
tell.
him at a pay-per-view, and he has the best pop banger
Dude, I got,
WWE top 5 of all time.
I got one for you from a decade ago that I fucking loved, and I miss it. Alex Riley's theme song.
Say it to my face.
Say it to my face.
It was
I
good
liked,
shit.
I liked it too.
Remember Alex Riley with
Yep.
the Miz?
I did.
He came out, it was all
Yeah.
green.
Baby's not. Baby, give me your top 3 theme songs.
Of all time,
Yes.
that's hard. Voodoo Child's number 1 with Hollywood Hogan, hands down. That's number 1.
Yeah, that's fair, but that's like. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not arguing.
Hey,
That's a
Bray-
throwback. I get
Bray's
it.
new
Okay,
shit.
I'll take that one out and I'll just use the NWO theme because it's just as badass.
Okay, here's a better one for you. What your
Sami
favorite?
Sami
Your top-
Zayn's not the new one, the old one.
Sure.
Okay.
So your top 3 non historic entrances, like no Taker, no Hawk, no Rock, no
Okay,
Watson.
Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, and Io Shirai.
Okay.
I respect
I
that.
can't argue
All
with
right.
any
I
of
Because
them.
can't.
all
Charlie-
those as soon as they hit, I get pumped. I'm like, okay, let's go, and I can get pumped with it.
Do you remember Alex Riley? He was the Mrs. Boy.
I know, I just don't know the song. I can't place the song.
It's a good song.
You gotta Google it, bro.
It's a good
I'll-
song.
I'll-
What was
Google
that
for the show.
group? The B Team.
Go,
That's
go,
top 5
go.
theme song.
Josh
Oh,
loved the
dude,
B-Team.
dude! Every time they got on TV,
And
like
they
my
dropped
face
sick,
would get
yeah.
so red. And then they won the tag belts, and I just wanted to fucking find them and murder them.
That was
Yeah,
Josh's. Josh wanted to be
Dude,
part
I
of that
hated
team.
it so fucking
He
bad.
wanted to be part of the team, didn't
No
you?
wonder Bo. God, hopefully they don't bring up the fact Bo Dallas was a part of the B Team.
Go, go,
Anyway,
go.
I believed it. You know.
So my number 1 was difficult because,
Yeah.
but dude, I loved the NXT
That's my number
originals
1. I did
versus
too.
NXT 2.0, especially as you see how far these 4 guys on NXT 2.0 have came.
Yep.
All 4 of the NXT guys are now on the main roster, and they're all going to be doing well.
Yep.
See a trend here.
So you could say Triple
See
H,
LA Knight.
You could say it's going to be an NXT takeover on the main roster.
That's so stupid joke. All right. Look, LA Knight.
Yeah, there you
That's the first time Chuck's ever seen him on NXT on the poster.
Yeah, I didn't watch it match.
go.
You know, it's crazy.
It was a good match.
All 4 of those guys from NXT are going to be huge stars.
Exactly.
But NXT 2.0 did win.
Yep, they did.
This kind of ended the.
It kind of reminds me of like the new blood versus the originals.
Because
in
this is
ECW.
where
Passing
Braun
of the
Breaker
torch,
came
yeah,
out and like
yeah.
kicked through the old NXT logo and shit, right?
Yeah, it's like passing of the torch now, but the new
But dude,
ones.
Carmelo Hayes is probably good. To me,
He's awesome.
if you're looking at these 4 guys from NXT, I think Grayson Waller is going to be the biggest star out of the 4. I know Braun
Absolutely.
Breaker's the sexy pick.
Interesting.
Grayson Waller's better at him at everything.
I don't think he's a better
Good
wrestler,
marketing.
but I do think he's a better. I think he's better everything else. Yes.
He's got charisma. He can cut a
Yes.
promo. He can get heat. If he ever wanted to go face, God damn it, I bet he could get that over
He
too.
could.
And
Look,
with Grayson
I would-
Waller, I think when the Miz is gone, Grayson Waller can fill that void.
Yeah,
Perfection. That's what he's going to do.
I would go Waller, Hayes, Breaker, D'Angelo.
I'm going Hayes, Waller, Breaker, D'Angelo.
See, Breaker's just a prototypical like barking, like
Bars.
he's
I,
gonna be.
I said this after I watched. I watched this one last week. Breaker, I want that Breaker that we had in this match.
Yeah, like
Because we
they,
haven't seen him
I
since
agree.
this match.
he's
I
got
like it.
watered down.
He
Yeah,
He just,
yeah.
and the
So-
barking has no bark at the fucking fans.
But
Like,
yeah, he barred.
you're not Scott Steiner
Yeah.
or Rick Steiner.
But
Like, just stop.
When I was a kid, when I was like first grade, there was a girl in our class. Her name was Danielle. She would bark at people, and,
That's
and we still talk about her.
That's
So maybe you shouldn't do that. that's,
no females bark.
That's my-
Dang, that's weird.
that's my point, I guess.
That's disturbing.
It's not a good thing to do. Bark at people.
I guess people
Well-
you don't like you bark at them. I guess.
My number 1. Oh, let's talk about KO. Is the Undisputed Era. Again, you see another trend here against
God, they're not.
Team
did watch this
Ciampa, which was Riddle,
This one I did not see.
Keith
either.
Lee, come back soon, Adam Cole.
Why is this still a mystery partner? I mean, this match happened, right?
Bam! KO was the mystery
Oh,
punch.
there it is.
That pop was amazing.
Oh, dude, one of the biggest pops I've heard on NXT TV for sure. Because nobody had a fucking clue KO.
Yeah,
I
It
remember
was
that.
like it was just random as fuck. Because Adam Cole's face when his music hit was
Yeah,
fucking
it was perfect.
I watched
And,
this because of KO being in it later. I was like, oh, I gotta watch that shit.
It was very, very good. It was a toss up, honestly, between those
Wish I would have
two.
saw that match. I did.
But
You should go back and watch it.
go on
You
Peacock.
can,
I
find it, you
should,
can find it
yeah.
on Peacock.
When Chucky goes off tonight, go watch it.
Hell yeah.
I got another shot to that. But I'll watch
I
it.
wonder how many Chucky comes on from 9 to 10.
Is LeBron-
WWE's kind of associated with Chucky.
They have.
You think that time Chucky gets about 12 million viewers a week?
Oh, I
He
believe
You
it.
does.
think that time
Woo!
slot's a coincidence that it's the last hour of Dynamite?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
I just put all that together. I'm kind of stupid sometimes.
I really like how the original voice is Chucky and it's all the same timeline. Question: have we seen Liv Morgan on Chucky
Yes.
Yep,
She
she
was
has.
on episode 4.
yet?
4.
Sweet.
Yep, she was.
But yeah, that's my top 5. So who is going next?
One of you two, because mine.
I have a lot of the same of you.
I can go since mine are significantly different for the most
Yeah,
part.
Different.
you got the OGs, don't you?
Yep.
All right, Bebe's
Go
top
give me the
5.
opportunity to talk about WCW. I'm gonna take it every time.
You gotta educate us
All
on the
right,
ones
that
he
works.
has.
So
Yep.
we'll start with your number 5.
Yep. Educate us.
NWO, which was Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, NWO Sting and Scott Hall versus Team WCW, which was Arn Anderson, Lex Luger, Ric Flair, and Sting. And Sting is
Wow.
wrestling on Dynamite. Wait, how the fuck did Sting wrestle twice at the same time?
Exactly.
It was fake Sting, and I'll explain to you. This is why I like this one. It's memorable. This is the height of NWO. It is kind of like the beginning where they were really still on that upward trajectory. And the whole story going into this was NWO.
Look at these great graphics.
That's phenomenal. Look at that shit. Red Cage is so much cooler, man. They were recruiting Sting. So the way they played it out is NWO Sting came out 7th. So everyone's like, no way, Sting did not join them. And then WCW had a mystery opponent as well, a mystery partner as well, and he came out 8th. And when he came out, it was the actual Sting. So it was like a big, oh my God, and this happened. So the storyline is why I like this one. It was very cool. And again, I'm NWO Mark to the day I die. I love everything NWO. So that's why I had to put that one on the list.
Oh yeah, dude.
Number 4, I think you had this one on yours. It was like the Rhea Ripley coming out party. It was when you realized
I have that. I think I have that on mine.
yeah, she's about to be the next big deal. She's gonna
The
take
next
out
big
the
thing.
entire 4 Horsemen. Bianca Belair ended up
Yeah.
doing it as well, but
No, I did not have this one.
I think.
oh no,
I
you
did.
didn't. You had a different one. That's right, you had a different
I
one.
had Rhea.
The other woman.
Yeah. So this one's
I don't know
Kevin
if I
Okay,
had-
yeah, okay. So I'm talking about the wrong one then. This is the one
Right.
where
Tony
Io Shirai
Kahn versus Tony Storm was homegrown. She's an NXT.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
went
different.
there. She I don't know what Tony was thinking.
Maybe not. I don't remember. I don't remember which one I had.
Hey, Ember Moon. She's an AEW too.
She is.
Homegrown
That's Tony
talent.
Hurricane.
Look at Shotzi's going to beat Ronda Rousey. All right, sorry.
So the reason I like this one so much is the thing that sticks out to me is Io Shirai putting the trash can over her head.
Yeah, I
and
do
doing
have
the
that one.
moonsault
Yeah,
off
the
the
trash
top
can.
rope
That's
and went
why
out.
it's on. Yep.
They had a
Yeah.
lot of very cool spots in this. The women showed out, and I think this year this was the one that was better than the men's, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
this
really
one-
like this one.
Using the
the
trash.
trash can
Yeah.
spot is a great
Poor
spot.
It's one of those things that it's gonna stick in my head for a long time. It was just
Dude,
it was
and
a cool spot.
And it became the coolest meme
It
for
was
like
cool.
6 months
Yeah.
too.
Poor EO in a trash can. That's what stand out to me. That's why I like it.
Okay, so
Number
this next
3.
one you did have,
I did not wait. Yes, I did. Okay.
yes, because the Kevin Owens,
Yes.
it's the Kevin Owens pop. That did it for me. Kevin Owens, he was my favorite at the time. Up until recently, he's been my favorite for a very long time.
Who's your favorite now then?
Sami Zayn is taken over.
So is KO too though?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
So
No beef. No beef.
So,
All right.
so to see Kevin Owens come back to NXT was a cool moment. Adam Cole sold it perfectly, as we talked about, and I'm a big United Undisputed Era dude. So everything about it was very cool. I enjoyed it. Awesome War Games match. Number 2, I broke this one down on my last podcast on Drip King of Wrestling, where the story of this one was fantastic. Just because they mocked the 4 Horsemen, just completely made fools of them, a la like DX doing the Nation of Domination type stuff, and that pissed Ric Flair off. And then they got Kurt Hennig to join them, and then NWO convinced Kurt Hennig to turn on them and join them, and then they just handcuffed Chris Benoit and Mongo McMichael to the cage and just destroyed Ric Flair, slammed his head in the cage. And I just remember as a kid just being like, yeah, kill that man, because I hated Ric Flair.
I still hate Ric Flair, so I get it.
Every time anyone joined NWO, I was like, yeah, one more for the good guys. I was so
There you go.
and this was one of those moments. So I had it number 2 just because of the story. The match itself was pretty lame. There's nothing special about it, except for Ric Flair getting his ass whooped.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Put it
And then number 1, Josh had it number 2. The story for the NXT versus NXT 2.0 guys was just done to perfection.
Yeah,
It
that's
gave me
mine.
so much hope for NXT 2.0 because every single one of those dudes for right there that you're seeing were just. I look at them, I'm like, they're gonna be future stars. Carmelo Hayes showed out in here. I immediately was like, okay, Carmelo Hayes is the future. He's going to be a Seth Rollins level kind of guy for them in the future.
Absolutely.
Again, Braun Breaker looked amazing. I don't know what's happened to him since, but hopefully he can find his way.
They got him feuding with fucking
and he's barking, so
yeah,
and he's starting to bark.
And I absolutely love Grayson Waller. So seeing him there, that was cool. Hopefully Tony D'Angelo can find something that works for him. I don't think the Mafia stuff is going to work long term, but I do like him. It was sad to watch the black and gold people go down like that, but I understood what they were doing. It was a very cool story. And then NXT 2.0 kind of shit the bed for me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So
there you go.
Thank you, Vince McMahon. But is it better these days without Vince? I haven't watched.
NXT's fine.
It is.
I tuned in the other night. It was okay. It still is not what it used to be for me.
Fair enough.
This deadline shit got me interested though.
I played you.
That match is definitely interesting to me. I think it's gonna be.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right, Yvonne, because Chuck's making sure he goes last.
I had a lot of the same that you and Bebe had.
All right,
Not
Yvonne, number.
Let's see.
5. All right,
Wow,
Rhea Ripley,
wow.
Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox. Go.
Yep, like we said, Rhea Ripley standing out in this match. I mean, they all did in my book.
Is this it?
I mean,
nope. Fuck. Sorry. There we go. Nope.
Yeah.
That's not it either.
I'm
telling you,
baby.
That sounds like being in the bedroom.
Oh, good
boy.
God. Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Got that one. Yep. Wrong poster. Rhea Ripley stood out
Shut
in
up.
it. Well, you confused it with the posters. Good God.
These are all fucked up. All right.
I
go
know they
ahead.
are.
That's
Yep.
life.
Like we said, Rhea Ripley
I spent
stood
an
out. They
hour
all,
downloading these pictures. I didn't even put them in order, I don't think. It's all your fault for not going. I had to go in second. And I don't know
They
what
did,
my
yeah.
pictures
I
are.
mean, I'll do it.
Now you'll go because everybody else already went.
Yeah, we have all the pictures.
Okay. 4. Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Tony's the picture I just had up here.
Yep.
And for you guys without video, it's a complete fuck fest over here. So don't even,
Literally, we're not on
Literally.
Pornhub.
Not literally.
I mean, we talked about Paige earlier. Somebody has been mentioned that is on Pornhub. So
Yeah,
Yvonne,
we
go.
talked about it. EO in the trash can, like
the
Jim.
trash can spot.
Yeah, that's what got me. Poor EO. Like,
I do.
trash can
The
was a
one
big
sad
standout
thing
to me.
about one sad thing about Damage Control is you don't get EO's theme song on the main roster.
Exactly, bro. That sucks.
It
Even when she
does.
wrestles singles matches, like, yo, why not just use it? Like, that's just.
That's how I feel about Finn Balor right now. I really
Mhm.
thought when Finn Balor came out on Raw, we were going to see his
Yeah,
original.
I was getting
and then
excited.
I love his new theme. I think it's badass.
I like it. But I like the original. I really do.
But when he comes up by himself, I think he should have a steam back.
I mean, as
Well, it's a version of his old one.
It is. It is.
It's just a remix. I think it's badass. I think it works.
Rhea has a great entrance too before his judgment.
It's kind of like Shinsuke when he went
Yeah.
heel and they changed it a little bit.
Rhea Ripley, yeah, they should definitely let Rhea Ripley keep her.
This is my brutality. That was awesome.
I do like this is my brutality. That's
I love
pretty
it.
badass.
Not because it's on my shirt.
And that
yeah,
still
yeah.
fits her gimmick.
Yeah.
The Balor, his music that I like doesn't really fit his new gimmick, but I still
Exactly.
I do too.
Yeah.
But this is my brutality still fits that gimmick in my
I love
opinion.
it. It fits her perfectly.
That's one of my favorite things about her back in the day.
Breaking news. I found my pictures. All right.
How long did it take you?
Shut up. Number 3. Toxic Attraction
Yep.
and Dakota Kai. God damn, Dakota Kai's in like all these.
She
Versus
is.
Cora Jade,
Yeah.
Kaylee Ray, Raquel Gonzalez, and Io Shirai.
Yeah, toxic
Is that
attraction.
Becky Lynch back there with the tongue out?
Oh, dude, she's hotter. Oh my god.
Gigi
Go,
Gigi
go
Goyle.
on Twitter, look up Gigi.
Oh God, don't.
And you're
stop.
welcome.
Don't
Is she
get-
still around?
She'll make you free. She's part of Toxic Attraction. Yeah, she's every Tuesday night.
Okay.
Yeah, toxic attraction.
You'll
Oh,
see-
with
You'll
I got
see
you,
her,
with
and
Emma.
you'll be like, Alexa, who?
Just-
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lee.
She makes Alexa Bliss look like some weird.
Josh is joining
hooker
her.
off Tinder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe that.
Well-
I saw that picture of Alexa from Saudi. I'm like, that's gonna be my phone background if I wasn't married.
Oh, for
Jesus
God, Lee.
Christ.
Yeah, toxic attraction. I mean, they were unstoppable. I mean, and Raquel obviously
Oh,
was on their side.
The Cora Jade spot, right?
Yeah, yep.
She
Cora
jumped off
Jade,
the
yep,
top of
she
the
jumped.
cage.
Yep, on the table. Yep.
The lights.
That's kind of when Cora Jade got over as like a
Yeah, she
really,
did.
really big
Mhm.
baby face.
She jumped
Yeah,
off.
and they ruined it.
They did.
They turned her heel.
Right, she,
They did.
she finally got over it. She's healed now.
She did that spot and then she sold that shoulder the rest of the match and was like, okay, she's got some dog in her. That's cool. And then they're like, time to ruin it. It's like,
I like
Turn
her
her
as a
heel.
heel. I
Let's
like
have
her.
her beat up her best friend.
That's
Okay.
all right. Her best friend deserved it. Sorry.
Listen to
I-
you.
Well, I'm just being honest.
I want to see Mandy and Sonya get back together.
I do too as a team. Yeah.
Okay. You're 4 or 2. Sorry. The Undisputed Era versus McAfee, Dunn, Oni, and Birch. Yvonne, we watched this one together.
We did watch it.
Because I
Yep.
explained to her that She's like, why do they have a punter on here? And I
A
was like,
punter.
well,
Yep.
he
Sorry,
was a very
McAfee.
good punter.
Sorry, McAfee.
He was really, really good.
Yeah, that was.
He did a lot of
There you go.
Bob and Tom.
He's used that same stupid graphic of himself since he's been there. He needs a new
We
graphic.
talked about it.
But
McAfee
anyway.
and Cole. We told you.
God.
I ain't gonna talk much about it.
Fucking shit. The Undisputed Era. AEW's fucked up everything.
They did.
I know.
Whatever.
We talked much.
Baby,
about
I
it.
might steal that idea. Top 5 things that would be different if Vince retired.
If you don't, I will. I'll
What if I headline it? Top 5 things that would have happened before when Vince became a sexual predator.
Let's
There we
make a year. Like, let's say, let's say when COVID hit, Vince got fired at the same time, or whatever. 2021, Vince got fired. What would be different now? Something along those lines.
There we go.
Coming out of the pandemic, Triple H took over.
Yeah.
5 things that would happen if Vince got charged with sexual harassment after COVID.
3 years earlier.
Right. Let's make a date. Like,
Oh shit! No, it needs to be like a year. 3 years is a lot.
no, I would say, I think a year would be good because there's so much different right now. Because how many? Okay, well, let's go with AEW. When did they start? 2019. So let's say
3 years ago. So that's
that holds up. So let's say that Vince got fired the same time that AEW became a thing. Would AEW still be
5 things that would
relevant?
change if Triple H was in charge at the
How about
beginning of the
this?
interview.
5 wrestlers who wouldn't have jumped ship if Triple H was in charge before AEW took over. So before
Yeah.
AEW was
I love that.
I do.
That's a good one.
Punk would still be in AEW. That wouldn't have changed.
That's a
but
good one.
Yeah.
Brian may not have left.
He man,
I think Brian would have left.
He might have. It depends on what he would be allowed to do. Because that was his whole point.
I mean, they're letting Shinsuke fight that guy on fucking New Year's or whatever.
That is fair. That is
And
fair.
they're talking like Cole's fucking promoting it, dude. Michael Cole is so like on so much
Ump.
bullshit on
He
commentary
is.
now.
He is. I love it.
He went on McAfee's show last week because SmackDown was in like around the area where McAfee.
Yeah. It's
and he
up in
was like-
Indianapolis. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, so how do you like it? It's kind of a different He's like, dude. They're like, this is peak Michael Cole. He's like, yeah, because now I can just say whatever I want. He's
He
like, Vince
does,
is like
yeah.
a dad to me, but he's like, now I have this freedom that I'm not used to. He's like, sometimes I'll say stuff and I'm like,
Should I say
oh,
that?
should I
Should I
like when
say
he said somebody needs to beat Rhea Ripley's ass and Rhea tweeted at him like, Cole.
Calm
No.
down.
Like,
And
no,
Cole's like,
no.
yeah, I might have made a mistake there.
Calm down.
She
Calm
will
down,
destroy
Michael.
you. She's a dangerous woman.
All right, Yvonne.
I like that
and
idea though. Like, what would be different if Vince was gone earlier?
I like that one.
Great.
Right.
All right. NXT 2.0.
Yep.
We've
Which
mentioned it a couple
we
times.
talked is basically passing of the torch of it, but it was very good. I mean,
It was
both
done
sides.
effectively.
Both sides. to
The
me stood
story
out
was
great.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I think the
Everybody
introduction
did.
of NXT 2.0 was done very well.
Carmelo Hayes
like,
stood out. Everybody. I mean,
You have LA Knight.
Yep. He looked
like
good
Lou,
too.
like-
Yep.
He lost his first match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't
He
tell
lost to Braun Breaker,
Breaker.
right?
Yeah.
Breaker busted on. LA Knight was
Mhm.
the loudmouth, and he's like, Breaker pins him. Like, I don't know. They just did a lot of cool shit when it first started. Chuck, I'm very amused for what your top 5 is.
I saw 2 of them, not to brag, but I saw 2
Not
of
to
them.
brag. He's
All
getting
right,
that
so
on the
Chuck's-
t-shirt. He's
Chuck's
getting that
top
on
five.
t-shirt too.
And I want you to in-depth break these matches down.
Absolutely.
also.
Not even an inconvenience.
All right. The Undisputed Era versus Sanity versus Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong.
Well, one thing, basically, my goal was to break down the Undisputed Era's matches with these matches. They're on all of them. So,
They
which
are,
one? I'm
yeah.
ranking. Basically, my list is ranking the Undisputed Era's matches from top to
Oh, there
bottom.
we go.
They are in every fucking
They
match.
How many of them did they win?
I don't know.
Not enough. Not enough of them.
This match I didn't see, but I do know that I never got into Sanity and the Authors of Pain. I never got into, and Roderick Strong was like, you mentioned he's dead now. So
He's
it's
not dead. He's on NXT.
so it's one of those things. I'm sure it was a good match. That's why it's my number 5.
He's a
I'm sure it was a good match.
I'm sure it was fine,
I'm sure it was fine.
but I never got into Sanity or Authors of Pain, so I don't care. But quick question though, because I thought Roderick Strong was part of the Undisputed
He
Era.
was.
Prior to
Well,
him being part of them.
Yeah,
Oh, this is going way back.
he
then.
turned on Pete Dunne to join them.
Yes,
did.
so he did the Dusty Classic in which he was with Pete Dunne.
They won the Dusty Classic together, and then he
Yeah.
turned on Pete Dunne to join the Undisputed Era.
So this is Roderick from before. Oh, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
So
So
Pete
Pete
Dunne-
Dunne-
dude, there was a long story. of
Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne had a full-on match with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, and then didn't turn on them on Pete Dunne until the end of the match. So it was like, why'd you beat their ass the whole time, bro?
Right. Yeah.
You got to make it a show. I get it. All right. Well, I like that. Makes it even better. So yeah, that's why it's on there
Roderick
because of the
Strong's
twist
still
at
in
the end.
NXT.
He is. Yeah, he's. I think
He's out with injury, I
He's
think, right
injured
now.
right now.
That happens. That happens.
All right, Undisputed at number 4, the Undisputed Era versus the War Raiders, which is now the Viking Experience, which is now
Wow.
Cyril Logan's cosplay, and
Yeah, it
Pete
is,
Dunne
yeah.
and Ricochet.
This is because what we just talked about. I like this one because it's the reverse of the last one. So we got the Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne in the cage. So it's a little bit different. Actually, I didn't like the War Raiders, so this is why it's number 4.
Ricochet did a double backflip on this one. It was pretty fucking cool.
Well, that is
I
pretty
believe
cool.
it.
I like it.
I like Ricochet. He's cool, but
Dude,
like
the War Raiders were really fucking good until fucking Vince got his hands on them.
He did,
Because they
yeah.
come that's so fucking see, that's one thing that would change. That's one of my 5. NXT talent would be booked so much fucking
Better.
they would keep their gimmick.
Mhm.
That pissed me off. Like they call somebody up and then change their gimmick. Like Vince would completely flip what they did so
It's
well.
like leave him
It made
alone.
no fucking
Yeah.
sense. It's like drafting a quarterback with your first overall pick and be like, bro, you're playing D tackle. It's like,
Right.
what the fuck are you doing? Like
Mhm.
Joe Burrow should not be playing D tackle.
nope, he's a quarterback.
Sometimes, not when he plays the Browns.
He gets sacked
But-
a lot. Easy,
0-6, but
easy.
or 0-5. Sorry, they won't lose until that massage. Well, Deshaun Watson loves massages. The only thing he likes better is beating the Bengals, and he's going to beat them
Oh,
when he's not suspended.
oh.
Bengals like 5-4, bro.
Yeah, they're average. It's like New England. Welcome, you guys at your peak, or New England on their worst.
We'll see you on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's right. And you keep talking to me like that, I ain't going to watch the game with you. But anyway, number 3, NXT 2.0.
Yeah. I'm sure that was good.
Which ones did you fucking watch?
1 and
Bro,
2.
I'm telling you, this is one you should probably watch. I'm not joking. It's,
Yeah, you
it's-
should
Especially
watch
since
it.
now you know who like half
Yeah,
these
you
people
do.
are.
I agree.
That's a very good match.
I'm sure it is, but it seriously reminded me because I used to watch, back in the day when I was younger, I watched everything all the time. And this just reminds me of the ECW, the New Blood versus the originals. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
the same fucking thing 20 years later.
it is.
10.
Well, this is one of those matches that I put my stamp of approval on. It really is an entertaining match. It's good. It's
It is
worth your
good.
time.
All right.
It's not like
Well,
crazy long either. It's
It's worth it.
relatively short for a War Games match.
All right, I'll check it out because you guys
No, you're not.
tell me to.
I
I
hear
might.
that.
No, you're not. Because what is the number 1 banner? Chuck and Billie Eilish is. You still ain't checked her out. I highly doubt you're going to take 30 minutes of your life and watch a fucking
Yeah,
War
but
Games match
she's
2
not.
years ago.
She's not in WWE, so I'm not.
If she was in WWE, you would just bitch about her being there.
You're right though.
He's over it.
You would.
Yeah, you'd be fucking over it.
Dude, I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
T Swizzle. Cut me some slack.
No, you can't have one thing out of 100 and be like, I'm shooting 1%. Let me have these other. I got 99 problems. You're fucking all of them.
I'll tell you what. If Billie Eilish tried to
Quit. Her name is not Billie Eyelash. I don't know why people keep calling her that for. She don't even wear eyelashes. Maybe's like, I'd rather be watching AEW right now. Fuck
Right,
these
yeah.
guys.
I'll tell
Hey,
you what.
I am watching AEW Dynamite.
Well, Mr.
Smart.
Khan was nice enough to come on earlier.
He was.
I don't want to make that man mad. He broke into my house earlier. There's no telling what he could do.
He'll get you.
I think he was sober, which is the first for our show as well.
Pull a Halloween on you.
All right, so let's get to the 2 you know.
I do know these very well. I do
Undisputed
like these.
Era versus Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, who's coming back to NXT soon. That's going to be fucking cool.
Yep.
And Kevin Owens.
I specifically watched this one because of Kevin Owens, but I also watched the very first one back in 2017 that I forgot about until later. But anyway, I did watch this one because of KO. It was a great match, and I like watching KO do his fucking flips. Yeah, I think if my memory serves me correctly, he did a flip, not from the top of the cage, but I don't know. It was good. I liked it. That's why it's
He
number
did
2.
a 10-ton through a table, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember his spot. I remember liking it. It's good shit.
It was the surprise of him being the 4th member. Nobody fucking even considered it.
Like you mentioned, Cole's face was all like, "Oh," he did the O face. It's like, hell yeah.
Adam Cole had so much potential until he signed with AEW. Number 1.
Yeah.
And this one, I watched it solely because, well, one, I wanted to, I like this match anyway, the War Games. I like the idea. I've seen a few of the WCW ones, honestly.
This is a good storyline.
I don't remember them well enough to
Like
talk
Cole and
about.
McAfee was good, a good shit.
They were good.
That was a good rivalry.
It
Props
was.
to Pat for stepping in because he wasn't even supposed to be in this match.
There you go.
He filled in perfectly. So
And I was curious about it because, again, I knew who McAfee was for years from football, but also from Bob and Tom. He's, I used to listen to Bob and Tom back in his day, and he would always talk and make me laugh. I remember he bought like a wrestling ring. He's like, yeah, I brought it out, bought a wrestling ring. We just fucked around on it. It's like, that's fun. It's fun. And so when he joined WWE, I rebelled for a minute because he's not WWE. Then he grew on me.
Pretty pissed off.
I was, but he grew on me.
And I told you he's going to be fine.
Yep, and I wanted to see how he did, and I really liked his feud with the Undisputed Era too. I remember the promo of the Undisputed Era at like a dinner one night, and they had their wine glasses up. They cheered to basically cheers to fuck Pat McAfee,
Yep.
and it made
Yeah.
me laugh.
They did. Yeah.
Hey,
They
you know,
did some good shit.
Yeah,
I did.
And this, so I kind of watched that feud, not live, but I watched it via like the network or YouTube or whatever. So I kind of kept up with this feud, and I really liked that match, and I thought it was awesome. Where it
That's
ends.
number 1. Sweet.
Yeah.
But props to you guys for watching all of these matches.
Yeah.
Aren't you weird? We
Yeah.
have like, dude, I tweeted that we had Tony Kahn on the show. We have 7 more followers,
Wow.
and like our like.
That's big numbers right there. That's like AEW numbers right there.
Well,
Bro.
dude, like, look, we've been like, I don't live on Twitter, and I don't really give a fuck if people follow me or not. Like, I don't care enough to buy the $8 verification thing either. But like,
People are doing that.
we have like
It cracks me up.
Del Rio did it. He said it just makes me look more legit. I'm like, bro.
Like,
And, I mean, I get that mindset. It does, but at the same time, but in this like, you know what I'm saying? Like in this environment, it doesn't anymore.
I think today's someone on my comment, he burned this dude so hard on it because I was talking about the scramble match. I was like, hey, it's a cool idea. I look forward to it. The one dude's like, it's a stupid idea. And then someone jumped on and says, so is paying $8 for a verification badge. Yeah, here you are, bud.
Right.
There you go. It means nothing anymore. My favorite part is not to get off topic. My favorite part is how people are just imitating like different companies and celebrities. And
Right.
The one that got the what is it? The insulin people. That was fantastic. I love it. They said you about to lose $30 million, people.
I love it. It's like I don't know. I think it's hilarious. That's my favorite thing right now in life, which is maybe kind of sad, but what do.
All right. So right now, tomorrow or this Friday SmackDown, real quick before we wrap up, Butch and Sami Zayn World Cup first round match. Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, Shotzi versus Shayna Baszler. Shotzi will face Ronda Rousey at
War Games.
War Games. Santos Escobar's next opponent's a mystery. No shit.
There we go.
I guess. I mean, the winners. I guess would determine. So I assumed Zayn would win and fight Strowman, and then
Good God. Whew.
or Ali would win and fight Escobar. Or
Yeah.
do you think Ricochet?
I don't
would
think
win?
Ali wins. I think Ali loses because he's been getting his ass whooped.
I like how they bring Ali back. He's like, I'm great to be on TV, and then he just gets thrown into a crate by Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
That was the funniest
Like-
thing. Bobby Lashley beats his ass, and then he comes back on him, and Lashley just throws him away.
This vicious Bobby Lashley. I like
That
it.
made me laugh a lot
I
too.
love it.
Thus far for Survivor Series, for Team Bianca's added BAM this week. Last one TBD. Becky or I'm 100% confident it's either going to be Becky or Sasha.
Them two.
At
makes
first, I
sense.
thought it was going to be Naomi
Yeah.
and her, but when they added BAM, it makes more sense.
Okay, yep.
And fuck Naomi because I don't like her and her glowing fucking hair. I can't stand it. I've hated that gimmick so stupid.
And Josh dresses like her.
You know, I don't.
I had a
like
pair of highlighter
This is
yellow
why. This is why.
Nike shoes back in the day when
This is
Shocks
why he
first
don't
came
like
out.
her. This is
When
why.
Shocks first came out, I got the $200 pair for Christmas. This is back when like my parents paying $200 for shoes. Like if you get dirt on these, I will literally put you in the basement, flood it, and let you stay down there and drown. Like that's how big of a deal.
No
$200
floaties?
pairs, nothing. I don't know how to swim. They know that. I've almost drowned. You know, I've almost drowned 4 times in my life. True story.
Just move your arms, bro.
4 times,
Just move.
4 public pools, once at Kings Island.
Oh,
But and I was in the piss water because it's yellow.
yeah,
Yeah.
story.
Oh,
I've seen
God.
South Park.
But yeah. And then Naomi comes in, her fucking everything's glowing, and it's like it's so fucking
Because
dumb.
Josh,
I like the music. I'm not
I
gonna
did
lie.
too.
Like,
I like Nate.
I did not.
I like the
I'm fucking over
the
it.
club. I like the club beat. You know, it's a beat.
Josh
All right.
is like someone make.
And Shotzi will become the SmackDown Women's Champion
No,
when she
it's
defeats
not
Ronda
happening.
Rousey.
No,
Dude, Ronda's the worst.
that's not
And
happening.
then
You know
AJ
that.
Styles
Our boy, me and
versus
Chuck's boy.
Balor. Baby, before we go, since you won't be on next week, where do you think this go? I feel like AJ has to win that match.
He needs
Nope.
to.
I
think
good job.
if Judgment Day is going to continue to be a legit thing on Raw, you can't have Finn Balor lose in singles matches.
What if Edge interferes?
Exactly. Edge just want to interfere.
He's gonna come at some point.
He
I
He has
hope
to.
not.
and look, think about that. What did they show on Raw this week?
I don't remember.
They showed the video pack. They were like, in case you forgot,
Yeah, him. Beth,
they showed him
Beth,
beat the fuck out of Edge and then do the chair shot to
to
Beth.
Beth. Yep.
I think they wanted us to like remember, hey, this happened.
I would rather Finn beat AJ at the pay-per-view and then come out gloating on Monday and then Edge return. I don't want him to return during match because I'm tired of kind of seeing people come in and interfere all the time.
But Styles needs the one. He's
You can't
lost
keep
everything
getting-
since
You
WrestleMania.
can't-
But
you
at the same, he hasn't won a pay-per-view match in like 3 years. But
Right.
does
Exactly.
he need it? We still look at him as AJ freaking Styles. He doesn't
Now,
need it. Finn
I
Balor needs it right now.
Here's the deal. I agree with that to a point, but now we're getting to the point to where it's been so long that we are kind of starting to think Styles. It's been too long. He needs something. And as long and it can't be a clean win. I agree with what you're saying with when it comes to Balor. But if Edge interferes, nobody cares. If Edge interferes, then it makes sense. Styles gets the win, so they can finally be happy. I mean, the OC hasn't had a win since they've come back together.
Right.
And then Balor will only lose because Edge interfered after that murder of his wife a few months ago. So it makes total sense if Edge interferes and
I
I
costs.
get it. I'm just overseeing all the interferences. It's so many, especially during the Judgment Day ones, and it's on both sides. It's not one-sided. It's literally just like we have a one-on-one match, and then literally everyone gets involved, and now you're gonna throw Edge and Beth into the mix. It's like, come on, calm the fuck down.
You know, and it's kind of funny you say that because I was thinking this. I was thinking the opposite watching Raw the other day when it was just whoever was it Styles and Balor or whoever.
Seth and Balor.
That's right. And I was thinking it's been a while since his boys come down, and really like they would interfere because it's WWE, and historically speaking, if you're in a stable, they're going to come down. And so I was thinking the match went on for a long time before they interfered. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they finally came down. But it would be weird if
they ruined a really good match.
Well, they ended a really good match.
Right. I'm just sick of Styles losing too much.
But
man.
now at this point,
enough.
But at this point, you know, if you're in a stable like that where they traditionally interfere, if they don't interfere, that's weird, right? Like it'd be weird the bloodline doesn't interfere. It'd be weird the Judgment Day doesn't interfere.
I understand they're going to interfere. My thing is you're adding more pieces to that interference. So like you're gonna get Judgment Day interfere, then the OC and Mia are gonna jump in. They're gonna kind of stop things from happening, but then Edge is gonna come out and it's like, okay, you got a brawl going on the outside, you got a match going on the inside, you got Edge coming out to
you saw what they said about War Games, right?
What's that?
They said that it's just going to be chaos for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But I expect a fucking car wreck, dude. I expect fucking that double ring with that towel. You'll have the bloodline. You're gonna have 10 of the best workers in the fucking world in the ring together in both matches. Like 10 of the best women there is, 10 of the best.
Which is why I'm so mad that Kevin Owens is injured, because that man would have went insane in that cage.
Well, according to that report, he might
be.
It's been I read 4 to 6 weeks.
That's
It happened about a week.
I read 6 to 8.
I saw
7 to 10.
I saw that he died. It's the internet. Like Kevin Owens,
he signed with AEW.
Yeah, I heard that he was. I heard he was going. I heard he bought Ring of Honor.
Oh, that's damn.
I don't know. Mr. Kahn would have been pretty. I'm going to make a joke when Mr. Kahn was on here.
Yeah, he would have got you. He would have canceled you, bro.
He would have.
Well, baby, thank you again.
Yeah.
We'll have you on soon, but have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You guys have a good Thanksgiving as well.
And when I do my top 5 things that would change, I'm going to like tag you in it because this is your idea. Well, it's a combination between you and Chuck, but when I tag Chuck and stuff, he never retweets or likes it.
I don't get
I don't tweet. Like I try to, like I'll be getting ganged up on somebody, like by somebody that I'm like on Twitter, and like I know he shares the same opinion, so I'll tag him because he used to come and like
I don't see it.
Like I'm getting jumped by the Shield, and like he's just backstage playing Call of Duty.
He's just like watching from a side, like, oh man, this is interesting. Oh,
I don't see it.
He had to make the save. Then he comes up. I come back and he's like, "Bro, what happened?" Like,
I don't even see him. I don't know how to get Twitter notifications anymore. I got a new phone back in May, and I've never got notifications since. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
You and Mr. Kahn are about as good as terrible.
I would love to talk shit to people on Twitter. I just don't get those notifications.
You leave me hanging.
You leave him hanging.
Or I'll get it like. Or I'll get on Twitter. I'll be in the bathroom like 3 days later, and I happen to pull up Twitter because I'm bored, and I see like 4 notifications. Like, wow, that's 4 days ago. I don't know. I don't get the notification right away. So you gotta text me and be like, "Get them." I'm like, "All right," and then I'll hop on.
I'm gonna put in our group chat anytime I'm get them.
All right,
and then like the problem's gonna be at like 1 a.m. I'll get alerts like there he is, but this attack happened at 2:30 p.m. But, better late than never again. But yeah, dude, you and your family have a good holiday.
Have a good holiday.
I'm gonna eat like 50 pounds of food and probably fall asleep. Well, the Patriots play at 8:30. and the Minnesota Vikings are suddenly really, really fucking good. So that's who we play.
It's regular season. That's what happens.
Well, I fucking hate the Bills. And when Josh Allen dropped the ball in the end zone, I was so happy. I'm so happy. I fucking hate the Bills. As a lifelong Patriots fan, and we've dominated the Bills for 20 years, I fucking hate the Bills. When MJF wore the Josh Allen jersey out, I almost stopped. I almost canceled AEW.
I knew it.
Then when he ripped it off, I was like, all right, thank God.
I knew that was going to
But the hate runs deep. And I saw that the Jets are in somebody's top 10 list of teams. I don't know what fucking planet they live on. The Jets are not top.
ours. Not ours.
The Jets are not top 10 at anything except sucking.
Yeah, that's true. That is pretty
So they
bad.
have a better record than the Patriots.
No, they have the same record. No,
No, they have the better record than the Patriots.
Patriots beat them. They went to New York,
It's about records, bro.
and they're going to beat them next week. In
And
New England.
the playoffs, when they get the playoffs, they don't look at who beat who. They say who has a better record, and the Jets have a better record than the Patriots right now, man. That's all I'm saying.
For now, they play now. They play
Because they
Sunday.
surprise people because they pull up, they play the Jets. So like this is an easy game, and then the Jets say, "No, we're going to play harder than we've ever played before," and that's what happens.
They did that last time and they lost, and then they're going to lose Sunday. We play the Jets again
Yeah.
in New England. The house Bill Belichick built.
Oh, for God's sake.
Or we could be like the Colts and
Do
fire our
not
coach
take
and hire a
AJ
fucking
Styles' catchphrase.
hire a fucking
Do
high
not.
school coach. But anyway, and win and still beat the Raiders. I fucking give it.
Josh
No,
Raiders
Yeah,
no.
NFL
his last two games, he lost to a high school team, and then he beat the Raiders.
Yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know
3-7
about
as
the
a high
Raiders.
school coach. And then he comes in and beats the fucking Las Vegas Raiders, who spent like $600 million this year.
Well, why was
Got
he
a whole
hired?
new stadium because he used to play for Jeff Saturday. He's the center for
He
the
was the
Colts.
center for Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning for fucking
Yeah.
15
You're
years.
saying things I don't understand.
I mean, a grown man. I mean, the guy he hiked the ball to Peyton Manning for 15 years.
Gotcha. We could have used him on the fucking Steelers game. Anyway,
No, stop. You guys should not. Baby, I don't know how far into football you are, but like Bengals fans around here make me sick. Our long snapper was hurt.
he was.
I've never.
We
you're
missed
playing-
2 kicks because of a bad snap.
You're playing.
He can't play hurt.
What are the Steelers? 3-7.
No,
They're
this was-
terrible.
This was the first game of the
2-7,
year, bro.
yeah.
The Steelers.
We were both 0-0.
The Steelers
the
suck.
first game of the year.
The Steelers suck. You guys should have
I
not
know.
been that close.
Oh, that game was awesome, though. That was a good game, though.
It was a good game, but we missed 2 kicks, and so did
And they
Jay.
play. That's a long snapper.
It was a long snapper because the kicker had a fucked up snap twice. Anyway,
Oh, I heard he's the greatest kicker in the fucking world.
Kick the ball straight.
I mean, he
There you
missed
go.
another one a while.
He's Mr. Badass. He wasn't even in the locker room at the Super Bowl. He was watching the Eminem at the halftime show. Well, no wonder you guys fucking lost. Your players ain't focused.
To be fair, but the exact same thing.
But anyway, Bebe, we're gonna let you go, and we know you
Yeah.
got to watch Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right,
do that
brother,
too when I get
appreciate
home.
you.
Yep.
Have a
Yeah,
great
appreciate you guys having me again. Always a good time. And again, you guys have a good Thanksgiving next week.
Just so I did vote for you, Buddy Awards, on the RSH page and my personal page.
There you
I
go.
appreciate
I
that.
did too.
I appreciate that.
I don't know if
You
that's
did not,
cheating,
man.
but as a Patriots fan, I don't give a fuck. You did not vote for shit.
That's really lying.
That's why I
Your
didn't
vote
say no.
could
I
have
knew I
changed
was-
everything, Chuck.
Fuck.
If you would have just got on Twitter and voted, I wouldn't have had to go through all that other nonsense.
Yeah, that tie.
You got to tell me how to get notifications, and I'll do it. But until you I don't know how to get notifications on Twitter.
Fair enough.
Right. Fair enough.
All right, guys, have a great night. Appreciate you. Until next time.
Banned from the studio. That's fucked up.
All right, are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Oh, okay. Hope you all enjoyed the show.
Oh my god. Yes.
I don't know.
Are you fucking over
You
the
were
show?
clicking stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the show.
We're all over it.
If not, fuck you. We will be back next
That's
week.
fucking real nice.
We will be back next week. Instead of Wednesday, it's going to be your favorite.
Oh yeah, look, I have
Tuesday
a banner for
night.
that. Hold on.
Tuesday
It took me
special
38 seconds to
episode.
make. Bam.
Next
There you
week,
go.
we will be your favorite Tuesday night wrestling
Yep.
podcast at roughly 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Will you? What do I want to say? I almost said the promo. So
Special Tuesday time.
until
Title
then,
Tuesday.
Title Tuesday.
continue to fear regularly scheduled hostilities.
I'm not scared.